And we are back. That was terrible. That wasn't synced at all. That just didn't feel right.
My voice needs to be synced with my hands. The timing doesn't matter.
Mm.
I'm trying to fuck with you guys.
So maybe I don't know.
That's why I do it weird.
I think I just took the wrong cue there. I saw you saw the countdown.
Matt knows I'm doing it okay. Like
yeah.
All it needs to happen is
I just gotta jump in there.
A sync moment in time.
You're not Jason. Oh whoa.
What? Who am I?
To my right, as usual, we got intrusive.
I always cross my legs and I realize these shoes are mad muddy. So like I'm just gonna have muddy shoes on camera. I hear you. Pop them off.
Nothing wrong with a little sock game.
Yeah.
How are you?
Great. I'm horrible. I mean, I feel like shit.
We were just together.
I'm good.
We were just together last night.
I did just the unholy trinity of horrible things to my stomach last night.
we were together.
Drank beer, ate pizza, got 3 a.m. McDonald's.
And obviously, we didn't get the outcome we wanted. Didn't get the outcome we wanted in the fight.
Great decision in the moment.
No, there was some that I liked.
No, they were good fights. I'm talking about just the big one. Obviously that was disappointing, but
RDA was sick.
I still think Kevin Holland was a standout for me.
Yeah, I mean Kevin Holland's always.
I just love his energy. But to my left, Kevin. Speaking of Kevin's, Kevin Buell, welcome back.
Thank you.
I had to have you today. Obviously, we're gonna have the Batman review today. A little bit coming up. I mean, it came out.
Yeah, I totally watched it.
It's going to get real, Drew. I'm sorry.
I've totally seen this movie.
Yeah, I did. Like I said, I was with Drew last night, so I did apologize in advance because it's going to be some spoilers today.
Have you told him anything yet?
No, I had to save it for the podcast. I mean, because there's so much I just want to talk about.
Right. There's a lot to digest about that.
That's not the only thing you didn't see, right, Drew? Because
I didn't.
Drew, all right. Because why don't we just talk about this?
I have a confession to make.
There's a reason Drew hasn't been seeing things.
I'm very addicted. I've become an addict.
We know.
I didn't do a single goddamn thing this week besides inject Elden Ring directly into my veins.
Well, let's talk about that. First of all, for those watching, I mean, Drew's almost done. I think we're almost done with part 1 of the gameplay video.
I probably got a couple parts for sure.
Okay.
Dude, I'm like 50 hours deep now.
Well, we'll have those coming out to you soon.
Come out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. he wasn't watching shit this week, bro. But
I really like that's all.
Is there anything about Elden Ring you'd want to talk? Anything? I know, obviously, dude, you could probably lose like 50 hours in that game just walking around the world.
I mean, yeah.
Is there any advice you could give to someone like me who's never played a Dark Souls?
Plenty, yeah.
Wants to play that.
Just like don't get discouraged. I guess you're probably gonna want to go on the wiki and like follow the progression guide in the early game because there's just so little hand-holding and like so much high-level shit to get killed by early in the game because it's open world, and like that's the kind of game this is. They throw anything at you whenever they feel like it. Like,
bro, I saw one video of a dragon like up close to the character. I even looked at that. Like,
I gotta say, I don't like the dragon fights in this game.
Okay.
They're pretty copy and paste. I've fought like 4, and one of them was unique. Like with his moveset and shit.
Like, is it difficult though?
And it's difficult in like so the bosses I don't like in this game are like difficult in annoying ways where it's like it's difficult because of this thing that I don't like. Like if it's just difficult because it's a guy that does crazy moves and one-shots you and shit, it's like if I can get better with the mechanics of the game in order to conquer the fight, that it feels rewarding. But like if I just have to get on my horse and like slowly chip away at a dragon, which is what you have to do, you just have to get on your horse, ride around and like hit it one time and then run away and
take a long time.
And they fly out of the arena all the time and get glitched out on rocks, and then you have to like bait them back into the arena. It's like it's not what I want in a boss fight. These dragons. There's one that like melee fights you. He just like whips out a lightning sword and starts fighting.
A dragon?
Yeah.
What?
That's pretty dope.
Oh, dude. It's. Have you seen From Software games? Do you know what the bosses look like in these games?
Yeah, they usually.
They're like They don't
Dude,
adhere to like a single.
Dude, Sekiro's was
I saw a guy that looked like a tree.
Sekiro.
Bro, they go crazy.
Dude,
like.
Sekiro, you had like what was it? It was like the tree dragon that was like shooting lightning and shit. That was awesome.
That one was cool. There was no. I don't think that one had wings though.
No, I don't think so.
It had like a human kind of face.
Yeah, it would just like sprout out.
I saw a guy that looked like a tree that had a sword. It was like his name was started with an M. That's how I saw it.
Oh, Margit.
Yeah.
He's like the first skill check in the game.
That's the first?
Yeah, there's 83 fully unique bosses in this game, and then there's over 100 bosses. Yeah. Margit's like the first storyline boss.
I might stick to Valhalla, but I want to give it a shot.
Yeah, I would recommend it to anyone because it's definitely the most accessible game in the series. But like, you just have to go into it knowing that like, it's not gonna reward you for putting it like 30 minutes in, and like, you don't just like complete missions in this game the way that you would in regular games. Like, there's no mission log. There's a map for the first time in any of these games, but like, you just have to remember shit. You have to remember shit. You have to like conquer shit, bro. Like it rewards. Like this is a studio that's built an absolutely flawless reputation around their ability to like reward grief. Like,
jeez,
like it's gonna hurt, but you're gonna feel accomplished, bro. Like
we're gonna get you, but
yeah. Oh, dude, I put it down. I rage quit for the first time in 50 hours last night because it's just like they threw a boss at me as a regular enemy halfway through running through a dungeon, and it's this giant magma worm thing that's got a sword and it climbs out of a lava pit, and you're just like you're on like a 20-foot platform that's surrounded by lava. This thing's the size of the platform you're standing on. It's spitting lava the whole fucking time, so you have like this much room to work with, and like you have to run like 2+ minutes to get back to the boss arena past all these enemies that you just fought. So it's just like, dude, and oh my god, I literally had it to one shot, and I used my attack and like landed in the lava and died last night. Like it was the last. It died and I died too. I was like, all right, I'm done.
Again,
a damn shame.
I was streaming on Twitch, bro. I had like 30 viewers, which is like high for me. Bro.
Come on, man.
I know. I just was like, all right, I'm out. Peace. Fucking.
Yeah, that's my key.
Yeah, dude. I literally like just hardcore rage quit as soon as that happened. But yeah, dude, this game is, I don't know, it's probably the best fucking game I've ever played. I keep saying that, but
that's no.
All my complaints from last week for the PC port still stand. It's like the frame rate's pretty annoying. It gets better because what it is DirectX 12 is loading all the shaders for the area that you go into. So like once that happens, it's usually not going to happen again. But I've died to it a bunch of times, so it's super fucking annoying. Still got shitty controls for PS4 controllers. Still locked into 60 frames per second. I also found out the other day that it changes my Windows settings to 60 frames per second somehow, which is like I don't even understand how the fuck. Yeah, every time I load the game, it changes my refresh rate on my monitor.
It might not be able to run at a certain.
No, it totally can't. It's like a quality of life thing, but it's also really fucking stupid. And like they should just unlock it because it's not. Dark Souls 1 had an issue where it was tied to the tick rate, and like they couldn't go over 60 frames per second. Dude, some guy in his mom's basement made a mod to fix Dark Souls frame per second rates, and it's like you got an entire studio full of people, like you could do it, but whatever. These are little nitpicky complaints.
There's always going to be issues off the rip with the game, especially that size and of that caliber. There's going to be issues.
Well, From Software is notorious for just like not giving a shit about their PC ports, which
not patching anything.
No, they probably won't. It'll get done with mods, most likely. Yeah, that's kind of the company they are. But that honestly, I gotta say, most Japanese game companies are very, very behind the curve when it comes to PC games, like hardcore.
And that's
they're
surprising because they're from
very
what
bad
we're
at it.
told, like on the news and everything, they're miles ahead of us as far as technology.
In some regards, I'd say.
They
Yeah.
have robots, bro. They look like people.
we did trail a little off topic here.
I'm just saying.
I think I brought it up. I think I brought it up originally because we were talking about what you didn't watch.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch shit. That's my.
Right.
That's his reason.
This is a very in-depth.
And that was
thing.
a pretty
That's
valid.
No, but I'm glad you talked about it. I also did want to
Yeah,
bring up the
just
fact
really get
that those
that out
videos
there,
were
man. I mean,
coming out
That's all
soon.
I have to add to this episode.
No, there's more.
No,
I promise there's more. I did.
I'm actually just gonna play Elden Ring real quick.
Right now.
Yeah, that's cool.
So actually, I should just get this out of the way too. This is something that I didn't watch myself. Diabolical came out.
Did it?
Pretty sure that the first
The
episode
Boys?
came out, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it came out last week. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Or actually, wait, no. What day is it today? I want to say it's March 4th. It comes out.
Today's the 6th.
But yeah, if you're hoping to get
The great.
a review of the
a
latest
great
episode
movie
of
came
Attack
out,
on
right?
It
Titan,
came out. Yeah, oh yeah, right. What am I saying? What we're talking about later was that was the 4th, and I went on the 4th. So yeah, it definitely came out. But I don't know if every episode dropped at once or just the first episode came out, but I will be more prepared on that next week. But Attack on Titan, you didn't get a chance to watch it because of Elden Ring. I watched the episode. To be honest, it's really lackluster without Jason here too to do the reviews on Attack on Titan. But I guess, long story short, everybody's just working together now, pretty much to save the world because Aaron has lost his fucking mind. So
I think I see where this is headed as far as a shitty ending goes.
I don't.
Okay.
Where do you see it going as far as the shit goes?
They're gonna kill Aaron and
But that
nothing's
sounded
gonna
great.
change. Why?
What?
does
Killing?
that
Oh,
sound
wait.
great?
Killing Aaron sounds great
Why?
because he's a bad guy.
Yeah, but he's the only then what was the point of anything?
What do you mean? See, this is not a cookie. I don't know why people. I don't know why people hate that ending. I think
I
if that's
do.
how the book actually ends. That's amazing.
I think nothing
I
changes.
think that's a great ending. I said this last week as well. I don't know how that could be seen as a bad
That's
ending.
literally
Armin and Mika's killing Aaron's is a fucking beautiful ending. I think.
then that ends where they started. That nothing was accomplished. in
Why
the
does
show.
something have to be accomplished?
What do
Why
you
can't you
mean?
just tell a story for the sake of telling
You're
a
gonna
story?
build this giant story up for nothing.
Yeah, for the sake of it being a good story.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a good ending or a happy ending.
I'm
Tragic.
not saying happy.
But I'm not happy.
Happy.
But I'm saying resolved in a
I'm looking
sense.
for a horrible fucking ending.
But this could be just a tragedy.
Blood.
You know, like you kill him, and even better, what you said, nothing changes. Yeah, cycle continues. Yeah,
See, here's the
I
thing,
like
though.
that.
Aaron hasn't lost his mind, though.
Well,
When
that's
Aaron
up for
dies,
interpretation.
if they hit me with like a crazy Aaron scene, bro, like, dude, he knows what he's doing.
I'm sorry. I even now I'm getting a little up, but
The guy's
I'm
so
just saying.
calm, cool, collected about
I
what he's
can't.
doing.
I have to disagree with you just on that. I don't see that being a bad ending. Depending on how you write it, sure.
I do.
There's a lot of things, but just taking it in that direction, I'm not mad at that at all. I could see that working very well, especially being written well. But clearly, you're not alone because most people don't like the ending. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But I said that last week. That I don't know. That's the
I mean,
ending. I
when
don't
you
know why
spend
you're mad
the
about it.
entire show like showing how resolute this kid is and his like anger towards society and just being beaten down
Yeah,
for
and showing what it does to you.
5 seasons, and then there's no resolution to that. Like,
That is the resolution.
What's
that
the
that
resolution?
anger, that hate, destroyed him.
it didn't.
It did.
It made him, bro. That's him.
This is a terrible person. Yeah, like I don't know.
I think
You speak of him as he's some deity. He's a terrible person, and he thinks he's a deity. He acts like one.
Nah,
Okay,
he doesn't.
Okay.
He understands.
he is
himself,
destroying the world.
Yeah, he understands himself, man.
Bro,
Like,
just
he's
because you
angry.
understand yourself doesn't make you righteous or right or good.
I'm not saying he's good. I'm not
He's
saying he's
a
bad.
terrible
either.
person.
I don't think he's a bad guy.
Okay, I don't know how you can destroy the world and not be a
Yeah, I
bad
think
guy.
he's justified, man. The world
Hey,
tried to destroy him.
Like I said before, it's
True.
up for interpretation.
The world tried to destroy him.
True,
Is
but
Thanos
two
a
rights,
bad guy?
two wrongs don't make a right. Like, what do you
Is
say?
Thanos-
You're right, but that's a response. Like,
Sure, the wrong one.
Is it? What's the
Yeah.
right one?
I'm not sure. I'm not Jesus, but obviously
you can't tell me
there's a
the right
peaceful,
one,
a peaceful right
There's a
one.
peaceful right one?
Yeah,
In their universe.
sure.
Really?
I'm sure.
Dude, every single step of the way so far, there has been someone, even
Right.
as they've gotten
So with me
further,
not even
there's
knowing
been someone trying to kill their entire race.
I'm telling you right now, it's going to end with a peaceful one.
Like-
because I'm telling you right now that if you're telling me Aaron's going to die,
They've been teetering on the edge of
if you were
genocide
telling,
for this
listen,
entire
listen,
show.
listen to what you're saying.
Like,
You're
the
telling me
aliens are
Aaron's going-
basically Nazis.
Listen to what
That's
you're,
like the
just
analogy
listen to what you're
that's going on
saying.
here.
Just listen to what you're saying. You're telling me Aaron's going to die, right? And he
You
is.
guys talking to the microphone.
I'm sorry. I'm just talking. Right now, I'm just talking to you. Like, you're telling me Aaron's going to die, and he is the aggressive solution. Clearly, there's a peaceful one because he dies. So
There
and the book
isn't.
ends. They're going to write one.
It's gonna suck.
I didn't say it was going to be good or bad.
gonna
You're just going to
suck.
tell me there isn't. There is one. The story ends.
I guess what I'm saying is like when
I digress.
you're fighting against the anime version of Nazis, like that's who the Eldians are basically.
Are you,
They're not the Eldians,
let me ask you-
Marlians. They're the Nazi.
Hey, I didn't say it was going to be good. Obviously, everybody else. seems
Yeah,
to
but
hate it.
everyone. So the Nazis won in their universe. It's like Wolfenstein, man. Like it's like the
Wait,
Wolfenstein game.
How so?
Because the Marlians run the world. They're the fucking leading power in the entire world.
Right.
So every Eldian across the entire world is a Jew to the Marlians.
Right.
Like, so responding with just absolute destruction and violence makes
Yeah,
sense.
but tell that to Gandhi. I don't know. Tell that to the people.
That's not
Gandhi.
what happened
I don't know,
in
dude.
real life.
I'm just saying. I'm
the
just
Nazis
saying.
got fucking.
I'm just
wrecked in
saying. As
real
far
life,
as
bro.
far as where
That's
you
what
take
you get.
there is
They
you are.
almost
That's what
didn't.
you
The
get.
one thing, yes, but that's you sound like him. What I'm saying is,
Yes, I agree, bro.
the one thing,
I understand Aaron
yeah, but you're
as
not
a
Aaron,
character.
right? And
I'm not.
But the one thing I would
I
say,
don't live in his world.
The one
bro.
thing I would say is, the one thing you're right about is there is no right or wrong response. There really just is.
Like you play the Wolfenstein games,
There just
man,
isn't
like,
a-
those games
there-
are built
there-
around
there's never
just
gonna be a right or wrong.
murdering the
There's
shit.
never
out
gonna
of
be a
Nazis.
right-
They
a
think
right or
they're
wrong
doing the right
response.
thing. Like, you're
But
fucking
there's
chopping people's
there's
heads
something
off.
to be said about taking the actions into your own hands, and
I like it.
there's
That's what
consequences
it's like.
to actions. I mean,
Yeah, I understand that.
I
Like,
don't
I
know.
think Aaron should die at the end of the show. I just at the hands of his friends that have been like under the same stress as him their entire life. Like, what?
no, his friends don't understand
Fight
him
for
at
your
all
freedom, man.
right now, man. They're more confused about him than ever.
Yeah, I think that's silly too. Like, they should
Why?
all
No, you seem to be this only person that is just on
just
this
as
level.
angry as Aaron, bro.
Why?
What do you mean why?
I mean, dude, if you've watched the show from the beginning, I don't know how you could just be so resolute in agreeing with somebody
I
who's
thought
clearly a
this was coming
psychopath.
since season 1.
Somebody who's
bro.
clearly a psychopath, like
Fine.
he's out of his mind.
Okay.
It's crazy.
I don't think so.
I hear you. But all right, moving
He's
on.
very sane.
Are we screen recording right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so the one thing I did want to look up is apparently there's a new Alien movie coming out.
I heard
As a
movie
standalone.
on Hulu and a show on something.
I believe it was like
Okay.
Fede Alvarez is directing it.
What is it going to be like another?
Oh, it's not a
sequel,
Ridley Scott movie?
No, it's a standalone,
Oh,
and it's just within the franchise. So
did
it
you hear
could-
about the Predator prequel?
I'm
called-
done with the prequels and the
it's called
sequels. They all
Prey.
suck. They're so bad.
I know.
That's why I'm only a little bit excited about
Yeah,
this
I
Oh,
mean-
one.
Prey?
Yeah,
Why?
like I don't know.
Just make a Prey movie. That's such a good story. Like, they just took that away forever. You can't even make a movie about the game Prey now.
I'm done with.
That's such a
I'm
It's
done
got
with-
a cool looking poster.
It's kind of like
To be honest, I'm done with the Alien
Yeah.
prequels and sequels. They're just bad. But
If
this
you
one
could
is a
come up with
standalone.
a creative story.
I watched that
You
Predator
could
remake.
easily.
Just
You really
add-
easily could. They just don't.
I watched that Predator remake, and it was like
Which
They're
one?
bad.
The
so
one-
bad it was good.
the
Kind
one
of
with
though.
all
Oh
the
god!
prisoners on
Those-
Island?
Wait, which one? Which one are you talking about? The one that just
The one with Key from Key and Peele.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about with the helmet. When he
Yeah.
steals the helmet. and
It's
shit.
so bad.
Oh
Good
my
lord.
god!
Good
But
lord.
it's so bad, and like the actors know how bad it is. I swear to God. So they ham it up. They ham it up. It's like an '80s movie.
Was it-
It's a good movie.
kind of.
bro.
Yeah, you're right though. Their banter is kind of some of the funniest shit. in the
Yeah,
movie.
dude, I swear
Yeah.
every actor in that movie knew how bad it was, and they were like, "Fuck it, like
Wasn't-
we're just gonna have
wasn't
fun
that-
with this shit."
who
And if
was
they
that
did,
main guy?
man,
Was
like
that
you could
Rick
tell, they
Flag?
had a lot of fun with that
What?
movie.
Was that the guy that played Rick Flag as the main guy? Or I
Damn
think it
near,
was-
bro. That movie was
Or am I
like.
thinking the guy that played RoboCop, or is that the same fucking guy?
Hmm?
The guy that played RoboCop in the remake. Isn't that...
Honestly, I
You
really
never seen
couldn't
it?
tell you anything about the new
I didn't watch the new
Predator
RoboCop.
other than that.
But
I
Rick Flag, you're
enjoyed
talking about
it
from
because
Suicide
it was so
Squad?
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might have been the same actor.
Oh,
I
you're
think it
talking
was.
about RoboCop? Oh, I've seen RoboCop.
The
As a
guy
kid, it's
No,
like
the
a
new-
small
the
child.
new one.
The new one.
I didn't watch the remake either,
It
but
was
they made a
good as
remake.
fuck.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It was cool.
I saw the remake of Judge
Oh,
Dredd.
sorry.
That was pretty good.
Sorry,
I
Ridley,
love
Ridley
it.
Scott is producing.
Is he?
Oh,
It says it at the
That's
top.
awesome. Oh, like to what extent?
But I don't know. The only reason this one caught my attention is
well,
it's
dude, he
standalone.
has to be involved or it's going to suck.
Well, he's been involved in all of them. They've
Yeah.
sucked.
Hey,
I mean, since
I
fucking...
liked...
No, come on. You got like 3.
No, the
They're good.
aliens. I liked those.
Yeah, the originals are good.
No, and the new ones. I liked them.
Uh,
Prometheus and...
I've seen them too. I'd have to...
Covenant was.
I have to
I liked
rewatch.
them both.
Covenant was decent.
I put those
Prometheus was-
way over the...
Wait, what?
Covenant was.
Prometheus was,
Prometheus was weird.
That
but
shit was weak.
I liked the ending. How it.
I
actually
really liked
tied
Prometheus. It was
tied
slow,
all
though.
together.
Yeah, it was a little too
It's
slow
very
for
slow.
me, man.
But
Mhm.
the burn, like the tension, it was a good movie.
It was.
Covenant-
I got to agree with Noah on that. It was a really slow movie.
It was.
Oh, yeah,
it was,
I-
it was
I
like
said that,
it was
yeah.
like pain. It was like painfully slow, like at points.
was.
I
But I love
genuinely like movies
Fassbender.
like that.
But then, like
And I thought he did a
said,
good job.
At the
I
end,
genuinely like movies like
But
that.
oh,
I
Michael
thought,
Fassbender's great.
yeah,
He's in everything.
yeah, he's great.
He's
But I
the
thought,
only reason Assassin's Creed was an okay movie.
I thought the
I never even watched it.
yeah, I wouldn't give that a shot. Yeah, I don't know. About
No,
that.
that's what I'm saying. Like he was the only reason.
But
I watched
I thought the sequel was better.
Covenant.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I just... Why,
Because it
why
actually
are
had
you-
more to do with aliens.
How are they allowed to call it Prey? Like...
I don't know.
Oh, is that what this is called? No.
Yeah.
No, this isn't
Predator
called
prequel
Praise.
is called.
No, the Predator prequel.
What is this movie called? Do they have a name yet?
I don't think so. I think it's just an untitled alien project right now. I know what's going on Hulu because I saw that article earlier. This
Okay.
morning.
I don't know. Standalone, it just makes me it gives me hope.
But you know what else bothers me about it? The fact that it's going to be for a streaming service. Like, it's almost like being considered a Netflix movie, if you will. Like,
Yeah,
some
well,
of those are great, but if you want to make a good alien movie, you got to put it in a theater.
Yeah, it's true, but
It's a
I
big
don't know.
one.
I kind of like this move better because they might be able to save their franchise with maybe just starting like this.
There's
And then
no...
down the line, you get
it's
another
not
really
saying
good
anything about
blockbuster alien movie.
whether it's on a
But they
streaming
fucked up
service.
the last how many blockbusters? Like, at what point are you just like, yo, take a break?
Right.
And then this could be a fresh new start for the franchise. I don't know. I'm hoping it's good.
I'll
It probably
watch
won't
it.
be.
I'll watch it.
This
I'll
guy's
give it
not
that.
the most accomplished.
Yeah, I'd never heard of him.
He did Evil Dead and Don't Breathe, which are okay.
What, the remake of Evil Dead?
Yeah. It
Oh
was
boy,
okay.
you don't want to hear that.
It was.
Moving on.
Just-
Alessandro Nivola, he's got signed on as the villain in the Craven movie.
oh,
it's coming
for
out.
Chameleon?
Yeah, and
No, Fred Kirshner, or whatever his name. Fred.
Uh,
he's going to be Chameleon.
Alessandro Nivola, if you didn't know, was did you guys see Many Saints of Newark?
Huh?
Not yet.
The Many Saints of Newark.
The prequel to Sopranos.
You didn't watch that movie? Okay, well he plays Dickie Maltesai. He's a fairly good actor.
Was that James Gandolfini's kid that played him?
Yeah, Michael
That's
Gandolfini, and he did really body that role too. The movie was very confused as far as its direction. That's why I think they really should have stuck with like a TV show format and dragged it out because they had 2 stories they tried to tell, and it was very
How long was it?
not long enough.
Oh, really?
Not long enough for a movie like that. They should have went for like a 3-hour thing, and it
wasn't
was
even
like
3 hours?
not even close. It wasn't even 2.
Wow.
They really jammed a lot. It was good though. Don't get me wrong, but just
You
Oh.
could have.
it was a missed opportunity.
Right.
They could have really drug it out. I heard they even because like the performances within the movie were so good. I think they even said they were going to try to do like just like a prequel TV show with his son, which would be great.
That's
Because if
what
you
I
see the
heard was
movie,
original.
bro, not only does he look just like his dad, but dude, he killed that role, bro.
That's crazy.
He
I gotta
killed
watch
him.
that.
He
I
bodied
like
it.
The Sopranos. I actually have been planning on rewatching all of.
Oh, it's a great TV show.
soon. I just watched The Wire
Obvious.
during quarantine for the first time.
My dad always tells me why. I know it's a great show. I just
It's
never.
better. than Sopranos. I think it's
Yeah.
What? Really?
I think that and Breaking Bad are the two best TV shows.
Breaking
ever.
Bad I've seen in its entirety.
See, I'm biased. Sons of Anarchy will always be my favorite.
I hated what that show turned into.
Another show.
See,
too.
I really
loved how
liked
it
it at the
ended.
beginning.
I
It's a great
loved how
show.
it ended. I thought it ended at a right time where.
Well, Jackson had nowhere else to go, you know?
Right, but like they ended the show before it overstayed its welcome on the network. You know, like
It was like the last two seasons were
just all death and
convoluted to me.
Yeah, they kind of were, but like that last episode when Jax goes out the way he did,
Mm-hmm.
that was beautifully shot and beautifully done.
Yeah, no,
I
I liked
enjoyed
the
it.
last episode. I just didn't like the end. I thought the show was way better for its first like 4 seasons than it was
See,
towards the
my
end.
least favorite season was like the first half of season 3 when they were in Belfast the whole time. That was so boring.
Yeah, that was probably. I'd probably say the same actually, but
My
no, I don't know. That
favorite-
season has its.
My favorite moment is when Jax finally becomes Prez. That's my favorite moment.
That show has its or that season had its ups and downs though. In Belfast,
Mhm.
I think that did really well.
Like, for sure.
Okay. Well, sorry. Were you
No. Okay.
Drew, this is just interesting. I thought I should bring it up. Their Spirited Away is coming to Broadway. They're doing a Spirited Away on
Oh,
stage.
that's fucking sick.
Yeah, and it looks dope.
I'll go see that.
I doubt not here, Japan probably, but that'd be cool.
Wait, you
We
said
should
Go to
Broadway.
Japan to watch.
I meant like theater, like
Oh.
it's on stage.
Okay.
Sorry, poor choice of words. I
What
just knew
did-
you know
Like
what I meant.
Broadway's a
Yeah, I
place.
just knew you know what I meant when I said
Did
that.
you think Broadway like Broadway?
No, not like New York, like
like Broadway,
no,
like
like
a play, like
Right.
Japan
yeah,
stage.
yeah. That's
Play.
Yeah, it's
right?
play.
Stage
It just
play.
it sounded better when I said it like that, though, didn't it?
yeah, because
Yeah.
Broadway made it sound like I could go see it.
We can't. We can't.
I know.
There's some really long plane rides.
I'll go to New York, bro.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
I mean, bro, I really want to go to Japan.
We'll go
Don't
to
get me
Tokyo.
wrong, but like,
You know, is now a really good time to be traveling?
I travel every week, so.
No, like out of country.
Doug, how much worse could it get?
Yeah,
Really, let's be honest. We're
I don't
wearing
think you
masks
have to
everywhere
fly
here.
over, Russia
But we'll be right
to
at
get
home.
to Japan.
What?
I don't think you have to fly over Russia to get to Japan.
I don't know why you would.
Can we
Yeah.
fact check that?
I'm pretty sure you won't.
Okay.
If you do fly to Japan.
I
At
mean,
this
I
point in
know
time,
reason.
I doubt they would do that.
Okay, well, I also wanted to talk about this, Drew, because we both didn't watch this either, so this will be quick. Shenmue was the rando. We had Shenmue, the rando enemy from last week. Jason, the only guy prepared this week.
He said he didn't like it.
He said, I'm pretty sure he said it was ass, but I'll let him
It
tell
looks good.
I'll let him tell it next week.
The
But
trailer looked good.
he was prepared, but we kind of fucked him on the time. Well, we didn't, but you weren't able to do afternoon.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah, side note, if you're listening to this and our previous episode still isn't out, it's because we played
Copyright.
we reacted to a bunch of
It will be out. We'll get it out.
anime intros.
Yeah.
And we played all the videos.
First
and
one.
we got hit.
Yeah, first of all, John asked me about that too.
Well,
I guess.
we get demonetized every week, which is fine because we don't make any money, so it doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
we got taken down, like on like 5 different accounts.
So how do you get demonetized?
It's because you're using copy. Honestly, it's bullshit.
Demonetized for tons of shit. For
There's
us,
fair use rights,
for
which
us using music, us smoking, cussing.
well, that we won't get demonetized for that yet until we
Okay.
have actual ad revenue in, because it's a real person has to.
Watch it.
Yeah, but
Watch it.
what if your ad revenue is from
Uh,
weed? Like dispensaries.
Well, no, what I'm saying is like through YouTube,
Oh,
like
right.
YouTube ad revenue. They only let people get that if you're adhering to their principles. But the reason we get demonetized is because of fair trade because of that YouTube doesn't give a fuck about fair use laws at all. So like we have never really actually been able to get demonetized. Like the way we've used the media that we use every time is within fair use. And if we were rich ass motherfuckers with great lawyers, we could fight the case, but it would take years because it's YouTube, and it's just like YouTube's a really shitty platform right now, to
Hey,
be honest with you.
YouTube, help a brother out.
Yeah, YouTube sucks.
Okay, so
I wish it wasn't like that, but YouTube sucks. Not gonna lie, with just like
So we saw a movie on
Small
Friday.
creators.
We did.
Okay, so this is the moment I've been waiting to get to. Batman, Robert Pattinson's
I
Batman.
got my list. Hold on.
Lackluster. I'll just make this very lackluster and skip to this part. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I thought the movie was phenomenal, start to finish. I'm somebody who truly believes length in a movie doesn't matter if you got the quality.
Right.
And
110%.
it was a very good movie.
I want to say just Robert Pattinson's ability to act with just his eyes while just focused on his face and the cowl. Like he tilted his head in ways it made it look like his eyes were just white. If you notice that a lot.
I didn't notice that.
It looked like he was like comic accurate face. Almost the whole time. Like after the car chase when he was leaning down. It was all white.
His acting is he's just a good actor in general, right? So we can even get into that.
Obviously, I had my doubts, but I can 100% say after watching that, he's my Batman.
Yeah, he was great, man. I didn't feel worried about him at all, honestly. But all right. So the first thing I'll just talk about that the movie did exceptionally well is the aesthetic. And
Get Simu, bro.
the way that they towed this line between not only this dark, almost gothic type tone, they balanced it with this LA noir 80s detective tone.
Right.
Like almost like an LA Confidential.
In a modern day.
It felt like an LA Confidential sort of dark mystery detective movie. And God, you couldn't have told that line better. Like it just, and Pattinson to fit in as an actor, emotionally he fit that tone perfectly.
And just going from that, what was it, a 3-minute monologue in the beginning of him narrating over it?
Yeah, honestly, I want to say it was longer than 3 minutes.
However long it was, that was amazing.
Yeah, it was, man, it was.
Yeah, it starts with,
bet
you're wondering how I got in this situation.
Bet you wonder
how I got Batman.
You hear the tape rewind. That's how I got you.
That's me, Batman.
No, it didn't start like that.
His voice in the cowl was pretty good too. Like he didn't.
Yeah.
He
no. Okay, no. Yeah, he didn't. But see, that's I was going to get to that later. That actually might be one of my nitpicks of the movie. But sure, I like the fact that it wasn't over exaggerated with his transform from Bruce Wayne to Batman. I think it's usually over exaggerated. That's too much. Right. But the problem is, you didn't do anything. He didn't change himself at all.
No.
And he did not. And there was too many scenes where I just was straight up, how do you not realize this is that same guy? He's not even a little bit different.
You were just talking to Bruce Wayne. Now we're talking to Batman.
And he seems the same. And he's almost saying some of the same things that Batman was. I was like,
especially with Selina.
Oh man, it got to the point where it was like, all right, I'm thinking I can see on a writing level where you're like, okay, this is a younger Bruce, so maybe consciously he's not making the best decisions as far as hiding himself. Right. But like the people around him shouldn't be stupid. Like this guy, he's saying some of the same things he just said as Batman,
especially
as Bruce Wayne, with the same voice, the same.
How funny would it be if they had a character just?
Well, I thought for sure.
You're Bruce Wayne.
Yo, bro. Yo.
You're Bruce Wayne.
And then
no. Yeah, you are.
He's like, no.
You're Bruce Wayne.
No, there's there's a college humor. I don't know if you've ever seen that. There's a college humor spoof.
I've seen
on Batman.
The Bane one.
And it's like basically
they did a whole series.
Basically, it's that. She's like, Bruce Wayne? No. You're Bruce, aren't you? No, not.
Look over there. I see him. She looks, he runs away, comes back. He's still got the black line around his eyes.
Dude,
yeah, dude, stupid.
There's some great Batman ones on.
All right,
Batman is
okay. Time. As long as we're in this nitpick genre right now, I might as well get him out of the way.
Nothing's worse than Superman. That dude just looks the same. Like.
Yeah, well, that's the character.
Hold on, let me put my glasses.
No, I'm talking
but
that's his character, though. But that's his character, though. He's like, that's always been his thing. Batman, he attempts to hide himself. So, like, this shit is...
But, like, Superman, they were just like, yeah, no one knows Superman.
No, Batman's character is supposed to be damn near night and day.
Is it that nobody knows, or no one's going to say shit to him because he can just kill you with a snap of a fucking finger?
True. Right, yeah.
What are you going to do?
Right.
You know know who
Right.
Superman is.
That's
What
also
are you
fact.
going to do about
That's
it?
also
Well, the
fact.
whole world reads.
You just gotta be like, well, damn.
No, like
That's some knowledge I'm
any
gonna take to the
normal person
grave.
like me or you knows who Superman is. What the fuck are
That's
we
true,
gonna
though.
do?
No, it's just dumb in that people don't.
No, that's what he's saying.
People
Though.
don't know. In the
No, he's saying
That's what
no.
I'm trying.
He's saying no. Damn near they do.
No,
but
they-
But they're just scared shitless to do anything.
That'd
That'd be
more
cool.
realistic.
That would be cool.
That's if they acknowledge that.
yeah,
but that's more
not how it
realistic.
is.
No, I know, but
Shit, real life, you'd be like, yeah, that's probably.
Yo,
him.
well, so
Tip the
I read
cap
this theory on
towards, yeah.
Spider-Man where it was like, it would be so cool if they did this, where it's like, everyone in New York knows who he is because they've all had like these interactions with him and shit, but it's like they just keep it a secret. And it's like
Well, did you watch the new movie?
you just don't say it out loud.
Did you watch the new movie yet?
No.
Yeah, I think it's time you do, because that's damn near a plot point in it. But
Yeah.
all right, moving on back to the Batman review.
Yes.
If I had another nitpick that I bring in, for some reason, I don't know if you noticed this, motherfuckers can't see in that movie either. There's several points in that movie where people are hiding in the dark in fucking plain sight, and people just can't see them.
like Riddler.
All right, Riddler in the beginning, I don't know how you did not see him, bro. You had the TV on, the light on. He wasn't
Everything
even.
on. He walked past him like
He's
3
fucking
times.
breathing right in your ear, bro.
He
Like,
was a loud mouth breather.
bro, you couldn't. That was wild.
Yo, Riddler breathing sounded like that one dude on your game chat that always.
Yeah, dude, it was wild. The cop that didn't see Selena and Batman hiding, you know you heard them talking, bro. Like, why would you just stop and turn
Not
around?
even
Like,
talking. They fought for a hot minute.
bro, he was like,
You're not gonna do more than
he
look.
walked in there and was like, flashed the light damn near in their direction. Was like, nah. But nah, that could go back to what you just said about Superman, though. Maybe he did see them, was
He's
like,
yeah, I ain't gonna.
I'm not gonna get my ass whooped today, and just
Nope.
turned around. You feel me? Like, that makes sense too.
Like, they're not stealing nothing. Man.
Just dipped. But okay, sorry. If I have any more, I'll just tell them as I go. But most of them are just like nitpicks, like little things. Or actually, no, I have another one right here. Okay, so Falcone
Yes.
says he never forgets a face, then proceeds to forget his daughter's face.
Right.
That is very strange. And you can argue, oh, he didn't know it was his daughter. Yeah, he did, because she says explicitly that he used to look at her weird. And she never knew why until her mom told her. So he knew it was his daughter. So her putting on a pink wig, you forgot who it was?
Think about how long ago that was since the last time
He said specifically, no. He remembered Bruce Wayne from when Bruce Wayne was a child standing up on a fucking balcony watching him get stitched up. Yeah, these are things they wrote in the movie. If you're going to write it, I'm going to remember it.
John Turturro was perfect.
He was very good. But hang on, they wrote that in the movie. So it's not like I'm nitpicking here. I'm using your own writing.
Right.
So they said as a child, he was there watching him get stitched up. He remembered his face as a grown man damn near in his 30s.
Hey,
so he doesn't remember his daughter's
I don't think
face.
He's even near 30. I think it's more in his early 20s, honestly. It's year 2 Batman.
Was that, well, I don't
Batman
know.
started not a...
Was it really? I don't know. He did this. It doesn't. Yeah, he's got to be late 20s easily.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm just saying they're not
20s.
the Batman they were trying to portray was not a 21-year-old.
No, not.
You know, like it just wasn't.
He's just a.
This was a guy who clearly was a grown man, bro.
Right.
You know,
With
like
severe issues.
severe depression, sort of.
He's got issues.
But yeah, actually, I take that back. He definitely mid to late 20s, because
That's what
like
I'm saying.
he definitely was confused about his anger and
Right,
shit.
yeah, he was a kind of a brat.
Yeah, no, definitely a brat. We'll get to that.
Fucking brat.
We could just get to that right now. He was a dickhead to Alfred the whole movie.
The whole movie.
The whole movie, bro. Like, my man's gonna come back from getting half his fucking face blown off. You lied to me.
You lied to me.
Bro.
He opens his eyes. He smiles at them and goes, "You lied to me."
Alfred's like, bro, could you like let
Say
me
hi?
fucking gain consciousness first? Like,
I'm doing good. How are you?
that shit is crazy, bro.
And dude, can I talk about Andy
That shit was
Serkis
wild,
for a
bro.
minute?
What's
Andy
up?
Serkis did a really good job.
What's up?
Alfred. Andy Serkis was great.
Okay, all right. I wanted to talk about it. Here's another nitpick. God, I'm getting all my nitpicks out of the way early on this review. I think I need to. Before I get into the shit I loved, I think it'd just be better for me to get away with the shit that I didn't love so much. The last few Alfreds, I don't care how old they are, actually. They need to look a certain age for this to be understandable for me. Because logically, you have to start thinking now. He was the butler for his parents, right? Damn near for 30 plus years. Before that, this is writing. This is not something that I'm nitpicking. They put it in there. He said he had a military career before that.
Right.
How fucking old were you when you started, bro? When you just a 17-year-old butler?
He might have been.
That's fucking. How can you do that?
I don't know.
That doesn't make sense.
He's British, man.
Think about that, bro.
I don't know how they
Think about that, bro. You go to high school. After your high school class, you're a butler. Like,
there's a show about Alfred and Thomas Wayne, right?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, okay.
It's on HBO. I'm gonna watch it.
Well, dude, did they do a show? They did a show about Alfred's daughter, didn't they?
What?
I know she was in Batwoman, but Batwoman was just a disaster.
What you mean?
But
George Clooney movie?
I thought they did a show for her, Alfred, or his daughter.
No,
I thought they had like their own side
I
show.
don't think so.
Unless that's what you're talking about.
Pennyworth is about
Pennyworth.
Thomas Wayne recruiting Alfred.
Okay,
That's where those bottles
it's
are.
Pennyworth. Sorry.
I think that show, if it ends or isn't over already, I think it would end with Bruce being born or something.
But yeah, my nitpick again
Are they
with
all
that
open?
would just be it's an aesthetic for Alfred. I think you just gotta find somebody that looks old. Like Kane looks old.
I like the Alfred in Gotham, but at the same time, we were having a young Bruce Wayne in that show. So
Very
it had to
true.
be a
No, he doesn't be too
middle-aged.
old, but like just not too young looking, you know? Like even for like Ben Affleck's fucking, but they're the same age? The fuck?
Yeah, that Alfred should have been ancient.
Bro, the fuck?
That Alfred should.
What the
Honestly,
fuck?
that Alfred should have been dead.
Listen, I love Jeremy Irons as an actor,
Bro, yeah, they're good actors.
Honestly, that Alfred should have been dead.
The fuck, yeah, right. All the-
but he should have been this Alfred.
Bro, yeah, right. All the Alfreds were like good actors. Don't get me wrong. I never disliked an Alfred's performance. What I'm saying is, like, think about Ben Affleck's Alfred's. Like, were you 10 when you started being a butler? Like, you're just like, fuck it.
I think Michael
he was
Caine.
born
You
into.
literally
He
look
was
like
You
born.
say Alfred, I think Michael Caine.
He was born into servitude. Like,
100%.
like the dude was just fucking.
He was the
He's
best
Alfred.
Dude,
he's
Kane.
Michael Caine.
Yeah, he was
Michael
great.
Caine is like.
But like, dude, at what point are we like just birthing Alfreds into? And don't get me wrong, I've never been to like the UK, so I don't know how butlering works. Maybe you are born into it. Maybe it's something they just usher you into.
Yeah, it's like Artemis Fowl.
You got your little black suit there. They're like, you're the next Pennyworth. And then
It's
you
like
start
Artemis.
serving dinners and shit.
It's like
Who knows?
Artemis Fowl.
But like, yeah, that was another
He's
thing.
born into a family of elite butlers.
Bro, elite butlers. You're born into servitude.
Remember Butler from Artemis Fowl? Man?
Yo, like it's just like
you ever
this.
read those books?
I remember them, but
dude,
I didn't read
so
them.
Fucking
But
good,
like,
man.
dude, it's like you're born into it. This is a great ceremony. You get your little black suit. Then some rich guy comes out. Go get my fucking breakfast, you bitch. And then like you gotta just walk over and begin your slavery. Oh my god, that's crazy. But
trash out.
So,
yeah, yo, or angry Robert Pattinson's like,
You
go
lied
get
to
my
me.
breakfast, Alfred.
yo,
Dude, oh my god,
his angry face is pretty good.
it was like more of like that's why no, it really wasn't that good. But that's why I kind of like it
That whole
was
scene
no, it
with him and
was
Gordon
it
in the
was
police
good,
stage when
but it
he's-
wasn't angry. It was more like a little bratty, fucking
Like, I'm
confused,
not getting my way.
yeah, confused kid, and he did a good job. But it wasn't like it was a confused, misplaced sort of anger.
Yeah.
And you could and actually.
Like, he had to be
We'll
told
talk
to
about that later,
calm
though.
down.
You're
quite
right.
a bit.
We'll talk about that later, though. But like, even going back to the beginning, so you were talking about the opening monologue. The opening monologue is beautiful because it just shows more of a human side to this superhero, right? Because he's talking about
Not
fear.
even a superhero, but more of a human side to the city of Gotham as a whole.
True, right? Because they're showing how
Because it
they
shows how they, when they
react
see
to
that bat
fear.
signal,
Right.
they look at a shadow and he's not even there.
Exactly.
Get out of here.
And he's talking about how he can use that to his advantage. Like, it's a
Right.
weapon. Yeah, that is Batman, bro. Batman
That
don't
is
have
Batman.
powers, bro.
No.
He's got to use all that
He
shit to his
uses
advantage.
fear.
Fear, a lot of really cool tools, and being able
What the fuck was
to whoop ass too.
that? The grappling hook through the glove.
That was
reference-
dope.
Is the League of Shadows in this movie?
No.
No.
But let's even speak to
So how does he learn how to beat the shit out of it?
You did. It's
Alfred.
not an origin story.
No,
for
they
Batman.
tell you though.
It's a year 2 Batman.
But they
Yeah,
tell
but
you
I can't see that.
Alfred taught him how to fight,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what
which
you're
is probably why they would have went for the younger looking Alfred. I'm guessing that was the reasoning behind it.
I'm also,
But there's a throwaway line in the movie where Alfred's like, I taught you how to fight, but I could never be your father or something like it's like a throwaway line.
One
out
of the first things he says to Alfred.
I always pay
"You're not
attention to
my
writing.
dad." First thing he says to
Yeah,
Alfred,
you can tell that they have. Yeah, they were really going for that misplaced anger, sort of teenager like.
I'm still pissed about my parents.
Right.
I'm taking it out on everybody.
It was. Actually, I like the fact that it wasn't an origin story because you don't
me
need
too.
another fucking Batman
You
origin
don't.
story. But
No,
they-
I just think it'd be a good idea to like
no, they just.
not have Alfred just be like his personal trainer.
No, he isn't. He isn't. You can. I just
You
watch the
can
movie.
tell his
You'd have to watch
fighting
it.
style.
It's a
is
throwaway
more-
line. It's not like they spent that much time on this. Like it was
But-
like a throwaway line that if you picked it up, you picked it up. If you didn't,
You can
didn't.
tell his Batman's fighting style in this movie is more of a brawler than he is like
Yeah.
a
it's-
martial artist than anything.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
He
Exactly.
looks more
It's not like
street
he's like.
Yeah, I saw.
He
I
takes
saw
his
it.
gauntlets off. His hands are wrapped.
Yeah. It's like.
Like he's a fighter.
It's more. It's more of detective Batman sort of realism sort of thing. But back to that idea of realistic sort of thing. Even the scene where he puts on that inflatable suit, it crashes. That was clearly the first time he ever did it. That like the bat wings.
wingsuit?
Yeah, it kind of looked like inflatable
It
almost.
was an inflatable wingsuit.
Okay, because like it blew up, didn't it? Yeah.
It blew up and just like gave him like a flying squirrel.
But yeah, right. But he ends up smacking that bridge and crashing.
Oh my!
But
he
that-
should. You know what our buddy
That's-
Matt
I
said?
like
He goes,
that.
He shouldn't have pulled the chute.
But I like that though because it's like it's clearly the first time he did it because you see him like thinking about it before he zips it up. He's like,
Right.
"All right, fuck it."
Like
and
he's
then does
never
it.
been that high on the
Right.
Like, oh shit!
And then he does it, and then he crashes. It's like it's more realistic than
Like
just
he's
one-shotting that shit
learning
and fucking
curve,
gliding through the city.
trial and error.
Right? Yeah. I like shit like that. You know,
Right.
like you really get the feel of like this is
Yeah,
a person.
like in Spider-Verse when
Right.
Miles
Right.
Morales just sucks dick.
Right.
Everything.
Exactly. It's like this is a
Website.
person.
Can I
Katie
talk
Webster.
about the suit real quick?
I wasn't even done. Yeah, let's get back to that. Yeah,
Dude, the detachable logo that's a
Dope.
blade.
Joe. But beyond that, for the suit, you were talking about the beginning of the movie and how he uses fear. So let's talk about his first walk-in and how the slow walk-in they use that
With the
a lot.
face guys.
They use that a lot in the movie. The slow walk where you hear like his equipment jiggling,
And
the
you
metal
look-
clinking,
and the guys
boot
are looking in
stubs,
the shadow.
the music hits. They use the fear a lot, the suspense a lot in the movie. And his equipment in this movie is a weird cross between high tech and makeshift
Right.
to give it that scary fucking like menacing look.
How
and-
is his armor so bulletproof though?
Who knows? It's
Even
Bruce
a
Wayne.
cowl.
It's Bruce Wayne. I don't know why nobody just shoots him in the fucking jaw, like, but that's classic Batman.
Yeah.
Just shoot him in the shoulder where he's clearly padded, but you know how that goes.
Right.
But
Like that beginning brawl with those that face painting gang.
yeah,
Oh my god. Just the way he took them all down. And can I note on something? You know the one who was scared to do it, the one with the half
Right.
face painted? Did you watch Titans? Season 3?
no, I did not.
He is in Titans season 3 as Tim Drake.
Is he really?
Yeah. Being
Wow.
trained by Dick Grayson now.
Okay, wow. So maybe, well, you know, this isn't a standalone. They're gonna do the more. So yeah, maybe this is.
I don't know if that.
Maybe they're building this to be before that. You know.
But see, the Bruce Wayne in Titans is played by the guy that played Ser Jorah on Game of Thrones. They already have a Bruce Wayne. in
Do they?
Batman.
Okay. I haven't
I
watched
don't know
the
if he
show.
was just using the movie as an extra for that, but
Probably.
that just blew my mind because immediately when I saw him, I'm like, he's from Titans.
That's crazy. I didn't. I'd have to watch. Yeah, man. I couldn't get enough. Yeah, that whole scene was great, but I couldn't get enough of just the fact that the clever use that comes with hitting the aesthetic perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, they towed the line between that goth, dark shit and like a noir style shit. So, like, for them to use Batman in this like menacing sort of like the way they introduce him into scenes, you think he's the villain,
Right.
because you have the slow. And
The fact that everybody's
and
pissing their pants
then
when
what
they see
we
that
wanted to get
Batgirl.
into next, obviously the theme, that is just like that, just slow.
It gave me chills every
And you
time
got
I
him
heard-
just walking. You hear the metal of the boots clinging, him coming out of the shadows in the
Yeah,
dark,
that
and you'd be
was-
like, "Nigga, are you the villain? Like
Right.
you look like the bad guy here."
Like everybody
it's really,
is terrified to be.
yeah,
looking
it's
at
really
him.
dark and even when he's the good guy, you know,
Right.
but he's not a good guy.
Like at the end
He's
of
the
the
Dark
movie,
Knight,
he's offering
you know?
his hand to the people.
Yeah,
who look
they're
at him
scared.
like,
He's the Dark
I don't
Knight.
know.
But all right, let's talk about that for a second. The theme, it's a simple 4-note theme.
What's
that
that?
shit
Can we-
slaps.
Can we look
Slaps.
What's that composer's name? Michael Giacchino?
Graducci or Giacchi or Giannici.
Killed it.
Something Italian. Yeah, true. Actually, yeah. Could you? The guy who produced the Batman theme. But for those who don't know, for Batman, not just any movie, any animated thing, anything Batman related, Batman has a reputation of just always having really good themes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just never had a bad theme.
No.
And that dates back to like the 90s.
Even Tim Burton's had a good theme.
Yeah, Batman. Yeah, they've never had a bad Batman theme. So it was good to see the, that being upheld.
Oh, he did Up?
Did he?
Yeah. This guy's sick. Oh, man. He did The Incredibles and Ratatouille.
Did he?
Really?
Oh, man.
And now he's got the Batman.
He did No Way Home, Homecoming.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it was really good.
He did Coco. Wow, this guy's fucking super good.
Like another thing that goes with matching the aesthetic. When you nail an aesthetic, that means the music was right.
Like,
that
how
means
much Nirvana was in that movie, bro?
He's doing
Thor.
Yeah, actually, I could have did without that though.
I couldn't have.
I could have did without it. There was.
It kind of made me look at Bruce Wayne and kind of like a Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, no, that was too much because I felt stupid as a viewer.
I liked hearing
the movie was doing that already.
Yeah.
The Kurt Cobain, he's dark, he's depressed, come on, we got it. Now they're kind of just calling me stupid at that point with
reminding us.
Yeah, that he's a depressed. We got it.
I did like hearing something in the way at the end.
I don't get me wrong. One time was fine, but they did it a little too much.
They should have just left it at the end.
Yeah,
not in the beginning.
It was I
but
couldn't
like
do without
the use of the theme, the overall theme of the movie,
the
movie, the car chase. When
they nailed the aesthetic of the movie.
Oh my god! And I guess the scene of the car going through the flames, that wasn't CG. They did that.
Did they? It looks good. But that whole scene is amazing. But we'll get to that in a second.
That's a
Because right now, I'm just getting done with nitpicks. Now we're just getting into the stuff I like, actually. Okay, the last time, Kev, I had you on here, there was the one thing we were worried about, though, right?
Yes.
And that was the fact that it was PG-13. Now I'm glad it was PG-13 as opposed to R. And let me explain why. Certain things are just like. The word I wanted to use for this was just interpretive depiction. And the way that things are depicted when you can't show certain things is so much more creative in certain times. Let me give you an example from the movie. The example from the movie would be Annika's death. And Annika's death is heard through the phone.
Right.
And that depiction of that is so much more powerful for a viewer than seeing a quick strangle or a quick shot, because you have to infer what's happening now.
And not only that,
picture it in your own mind.
Selena's reaction to him
was
more emotional than us.
Graphic, yes. And it's not just that, even that scene. A lot of things they did with the action.
The first death of the mayor.
Right.
They didn't show us what happened to his face.
Exactly.
All you saw was the duct tape.
And you have to infer how bad that is.
Right.
Exactly.
And you get a glimpse of it through the context.
The interpretive depiction in this movie was amazing. And I think it was better because it was PG-13. Had we just seen some studio guts, well, maybe, but it would have not hit the aesthetic.
No.
That mystery, that mystery, that noir would be gone.
Like you said earlier, there was that fine line.
Yes.
You make it rated R, I think you're pushing it.
It's a horror movie almost at that point.
That's what I'm saying.
You're going to see just like this.
The Riddler wasn't a campy villain. He was a straight-up serial killer.
Oh, for sure. They used that new 52 Riddler.
Edward Ashton, I love it.
But even like if you do like R, you run the risk of just corniness too. Mm-hmm. Because like we know it's not real. Now we get like all this. You can overdo it.
Right.
Like you got like a bunch of fucking fake cuts and shit coming out of this dude's head.
Another perfect example. That first monologue, that fight with the clown, whatever the fuck they were.
Right.
When he's beating that dude on the ground, you can hear his face being like smashed.
Oh my god!
You don't see it.
Or even at the end when
he's beating
just good lord. Yeah, dude.
He would not stop.
It's like chill, bro.
No, Gordon
takes a shot of adrenaline and just.
I want to touch on
We'll talk about it, but you know what I'm calling it. I'm calling it
I
umbrella
know.
because I didn't
You
notice
know-
that. If you notice that, hey, that'll be an eye for the century because
Could you imagine?
I haven't
if
heard
was
about
right?
that yet.
Could you imagine if I ended up being right about
That's
that?
what I'm saying. And you would have heard it here first, folks. But yeah, I
And
do
you
want to get to
will.
that.
You
That'd
will.
be an Easter egg of the century, to be
Right.
honest. But yeah, all right. I just wanted to be very upfront about that. The PG-13, the one thing I was worried about, because you were one of the only people that wasn't worried about Pattinson, because I think we talked about it last time. It was like,
I
nah.
don't want to say I wasn't worried about
But
that.
you were-
I had my doubts, but I was confident.
You were pretty hopeful last time, John.
Only after the trailer was I confident.
Yeah,
I was
I'm,
never worried.
I'm
I thought
talking
he
just.
was gonna kill him.
I'm talking just a few weeks ago when I had John here. You were one of the other people that was just like, I think it's gonna be good,
Mhm.
and I
What
was.
do you mean? I've been saying that since.
Did you?
Yeah.
I was talking mostly because of
They
Mott.
announced him.
I know Mott was a little worried, and
Mott was worried.
a couple other people were a little bit. Jason, I
That's
think.
just- People
Jason's
that haven't
always
seen it.
worried
I
because
think
he has like a stigma with DC.
Yeah, I think Jason was a little distraught about it.
DC did something to him as a child.
Those are people that haven't seen Robert Pattinson's movies after Twilight.
But,
Right. Like the one he did on Netflix with Tom Holland, The Devil All the Time.
Fucking awesome.
Awesome.
They're
good.
all good.
He's just a good actor, man.
The one he did with Defoe.
He was
The
good in
White
Harry
House.
Potter.
Yeah.
He's good in Harry Potter. He's a good actor.
Fucking
I, as someone that was forced to sit through 2 of the 3 Twilight movies, he was good in those.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
But and I don't think people realize nobody hated it as much as he did. Filming Twilight. He
I think
hated
that,
it.
well, him and.
Guys,
what's her name,
Twilight
too?
is like a
The
fucking
main girl.
beloved movie franchise.
I know,
so,
but Pattinson
I mean,
was
there's
not
worse
happy
things
with
to
it.
be.
It's not
That's
beloved
actually-
in the film community.
No,
never
in
loved
the book and Twilight
Listen,
community, I
vampires-
guess.
yeah,
but it's
dude,
it's not. There's worse things to be attached to.
I've heard a lot of people shit all over the books too. Like they just
Really?
weren't. They
See, I've
weren't
heard
written.
people rave about the books. And
Like
talk
as far as
Never
like
read 'em.
teen fantasy goes, it was much more of like a love story than it was a fantasy novel. Like
Nothing wrong
that's
with
why.
that.
Yeah, but it's not for me.
So
You can
I-
have a love story inside of a fantasy.
there is something I
Yeah.
want to say.
Yeah, let's get
just
after it.
going on, just on how he was as Bruce Wayne in Batman. Bruce Wayne is not who he really is. And he made it seem in that movie he is all Batman. Bruce Wayne is the mask.
Right, exactly. But see, all right, and I like that. I actually like that depiction.
Me
But
too.
what I would like to see is Bruce. Bruce is also not an idiot. So
No.
he'd have to take a little bit more, and obviously it's a young Batman they're showing. But the next movie you'd have progression in this. But he's really just not enough effort for me on my part to, bro. Like he was the same guy with
He
the
did
mask
sound
on.
the same.
He didn't sound the same. He acted the same. He
But
didn't.
his
He didn't
anger-
change his character up at all. Like there was even points in the mask where he was acting like Bruce. Like it was like
And I think that's all just based on that he's still learning.
I know, but like dog, I don't know, bro. It was like almost to the point where it's like there was
He's
no
slipping up.
separation.
He's slipping up.
There was well, it wasn't even slip up. There was no
I
separation.
know he's slipping up.
That is that is
He's a
slipping up,
rookie.
but
He's a kid.
I don't know. It's just it was weird because like I don't know how nobody else could pick up on that.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody else is around him on this in this close proximity, and like it just came out to like
That's true.
even when he's walking up to the funeral, it's like, dude, you
He
seem
walks the same.
you seem really Batmanish right now,
He
bro.
his
He's staring
walk
at
is the same.
Falcone, evil and shit. It's like, dude, you're Bruce right now. Chill. Like, it's like, oh man, I don't know. But
But
sorry.
I think that also goes on the fact that this Bruce Wayne is socially awkward. He might not know how to act in front of people.
Well, he's gonna have to, you know.
Well, he is.
but that's
obviously.
gonna happen with the next movies.
But you see, every time he was out in public, it was because Alfred made him.
Right. Yeah, he's inclusive, sure. They made the lawyers come to the house to come visit him, sure.
That
He's
was
inclusive.
funny.
But that
Why did he
doesn't
come in here?
But it doesn't matter about his character. I'm not saying he has to be a good person as Bruce Wayne. I'm not saying he has to Oh, sorry,
Oh.
reclusive. My fault. Fuck off. But yeah, that's, wow. But he doesn't have to be a good person as Bruce Wayne. He could be a dickhead. He could be reclusive, but he just has to realize that he has to be a different person as Bruce Wayne. You know, you can't be the same motherfucker.
No,
Like, you have
for
to-
one, he has to keep
Yeah, I
up
think Christian
appearances.
Bale did a fucking great job at
He
that.
did.
Well, all right, we'll get to the comparisons later. But yes, he did. Of course, Christian Bale's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah,
But
Oh, 100%.
that I was gonna say that earlier. Is no matter how good this movie is or the following movies are, the acting cast the cast is never going to be as good as a Nolan.
I might disagree.
I
might disagree.
highly.
But we'll get to that later. But
You're
okay,
fucking nuts.
you haven't watched the
You haven't
movie.
even seen
Yeah.
Tom Hardy, Christian
You
Bale,
haven't
Michael
seen
Okay,
Caine,
moving on.
Heath Ledger.
Moving on. Sorry, we're
Dude,
just
you
gonna let you
haven't
watch the
even
movie
seen
first.
it.
Then
I'm
You
saying
don't see it.
you're gonna have to watch the movie
chops
first.
They have.
Yeah,
See,
you're gonna have to
watch
watch.
the movie.
You're gonna have to watch the movie
It's
first.
never going to be as good.
You'll see.
Watch the movie.
Okay.
You were
moving-
just saying last night Tom Hardy's your favorite actor.
Yeah. All right. I'll tell you about Michael. Yeah, he is. Tom Hardy still is my favorite
Okay.
actor. But that's just because you have an acting
saying.
cast list that
is literally my
star-studded.
point.
That's star-studded.
That's
And you have a
literally my
cast
only
list
point.
that isn't. Doesn't mean the star-studded one did better than the one
Who's
that isn't.
saying
I'm
this
saying-
cast isn't started?
So think about
They
that for
are
a second.
Better actors is all I'm saying.
But did they do a better job?
I don't know. I haven't seen the
Listen,
movie.
you can be the
well,
best actor
that's what I'm-
in the
that's what I'm
world
saying.
in the shittiest movie.
But we'll
Also,
get
the
to
complaints that you made so far make me believe that Michael Caine was a much better Alfred.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Okay, but
And
Michael Caine doesn't make.
There's
the
certain
movie.
characters I give you that were better.
I'm saying Michael Caine is a better actor than has ever been in a Batman movie. So is Christian Bale, so is Heath Ledger, so
No.
is Tom Hardy.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's my only point.
But does that mean their
That's my
characters?
only point.
Does that mean they did their characters better?
I don't know. I haven't seen the movie.
So then, what are you talking about? What is the point?
I'm saying
Matter?
the cast is just
So what?
more like you're never gonna have
Hey,
that
my God,
legit of a cast.
my God,
in
you know
a
what
Batman
movies I've seen with fuck superhero movies, just movies in general with casts that are amazing that suck dick.
You're just never gonna have that good of a cast in a Batman movie like that.
Maybe
that
not.
seasoned of a cast.
Maybe not, but and it's funny. This
We're dwelling on this for a very
We
long
are,
time.
but this is
That's
something.
my only
But
point.
it's something that you can talk about, though. But it's funny.
Okay.
But you brought up Tom Hardy because he is my favorite actor.
Yeah.
The movie he's in is easily the worst of that trilogy, too.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
if
it
it's
is.
easily.
It is.
I
It
mean,
is.
I like
It
it
is.
a lot.
Dark Knight's
Definitely
best.
the longest.
Batman Begins is second, and that's easily third. That's the worst one.
Yeah, but
Even
it's
though I
not
love his
bad.
performance,
It's not bad.
it's not that good compared to the other two.
I think it's fucking great.
There's elements in it.
I don't think it's as good as the other
I
two.
think they're all three of them amazing.
I think the other two are on different levels than that one.
Nah.
Okay. That's my opinion. But Tom Hardy is my favorite actor. That's me saying that about that movie.
Yeah.
I love his.
Drew, I firmly think your opinion's going to change once you see this.
No.
No. Now that I understand what he's saying,
stating facts.
he's not
I know you are, but-
saying they did a better job.
I don't know.
Yeah, because he's just saying that the actors and their accolades going into
Oh,
the
and,
movie.
dude,
yeah.
there's
There's-
just no fucking way I like this movie more than Christopher Nolan's trilogy. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no-
Well, okay. That you're gonna have to watch the movie.
Okay,
too.
I'll
But-
go into it with an open mind. I'm just
But
being objective.
I'm
There's
going
just
to
no
end up
fucking-
agreeing with you on some points too at the end of this review. So just wait for
Okay,
it. Just
yeah,
wait
yeah.
for it.
I don't, dude. I
There's
don't really
something-
have points.
there's something-
about this movie.
well, you do that-
I have not seen.
Drew
it.
just
Well, but you do
kinda-
about the Dark Knight, and there's some points that you've made that I do agree with. That I'm just not telling you yet.
Yeah.
At the end of the
I haven't even brought up that Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker
At
is
the end of-
literally my favorite.
and this is a long review. I
of
know.
all time.
I apologize, but this was a long movie and it was good. But at the end of this review, I
We have a
will.
lot to get
Yeah,
to.
at the end of this review, I will have agreed
Well,
with you on a
dude,
few things.
take your fucking time. This is the only relevant thing that we have to talk about today.
It really is. But
I mean, I can talk about Elden Ring for a little bit longer.
So,
Shit.
can I talk
Yeah, keep
about the
going.
Easter egg real quick?
Let's do it. Do you draw?
So, yeah.
Okay.
You say it was adrenaline. So,
Right.
a little context to the scene. Batman just got a shotgun.
Buckshot
blast
right to the fucking chest.
And he's down, disoriented.
Oh, I have a question about that.
Hold on.
Can
What's
I
up?
pause 1 second?
Yes.
Does he go flying?
Yes.
Yes.
I hate that.
Not
I hate
far,
that.
but like he gets knocked back.
It's not as bad as the one in
The Dark Knight, bro.
trilogy.
He goes fucking.
Yeah, it's not. It's
Boom!
not
No, no, no,
oh
no.
yeah, it is that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Dark Knight.
Yeah,
It's
he
the
gets
beginning.
blasted
It's the
across
beginning.
the fucking room by a
Yeah.
shotgun. I hate that
No,
shit.
It's
so
not.
much.
It's not that.
He gets
You don't
blasted.
go anywhere, bro.
He gets he goes back like maybe
Yeah.
a couple feet.
Yeah,
No.
I
I'm not
hate
gonna
that
cap. If I remember correctly, he does go out of frame.
Does
Like
he?
to the point where like he gets carried a little bit, but it's
Yeah.
not like that.
I don't remember
Where
that.
like he's defying gravity.
That's like
Anyway.
such a shitty trope in movies.
But, yeah,
he
he
gets shot
definitely-
with a shotgun and you're just like,
Anyway.
Yeah, right.
through the
More
fucking
a little more context to it. So
Sorry,
that
you guys can go.
Nah,
back to the
I do
actual
agree with
topic.
you on that though. It's weird.
So-
I like it though.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's cheesy.
It is.
and so that happens, and then Selina's Catwoman shows up to have his back. The Riddler guy, not Riddler, but one of his lackeys, for lack of better terms,
Henchman.
henchmen,
I think that's
lackeys.
the correct superhero term.
Yeah.
You're a
He,
henchman.
He starts strangling Catwoman, and then Bruce just looks at that. He's unable to move because he's still out of it. He grabs this liquid in a vial, injects himself with it, goes into this crazy ass rage, and almost beats the dude to death. No,
I fixed
it.
Okay.
No,
I just realized that we don't need to have this echo on until we're watching stuff until we're using the sound from.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So
no one's gonna even hear a difference. We're just this is way better now.
Yeah, it sounds very crisply now. I don't even need both ears on.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So Noah didn't. I don't think you said you didn't notice it.
I didn't. I think you said it was green.
The liquid inside
I didn't notice the
vial
color.
was green. And here's the crazy part about that. It could have very well just been adrenaline.
Adrenaline is what I think it's just what I'm going to go ahead and say it was.
The article I
Bull
read,
semen?
what if it's the venom serum for Bane?
He's thinking it's the venom that Bane pumps into his body.
Or a variant of it, at least. Like an early stage variant of it.
Which would be very cool, I think.
It could make sense, because look at what it did to him. It sent him into a rage where he almost killed a guy.
I would much rather see them do Bane than Joker. And they had
definitely don't do
They had a Joker teaser at the end of the movie. And I think that's the one villain I would stay away from.
Batman villains that you can...
Tons. Bane was done incorrectly. Not because of Tom Hardy's performance.
No, but
Tom Hardy's performance was beautiful. But the character they wrote is one of the reasons that movie isn't one of the best ones.
Bane. That's why I like that so much. Because they made
that character is just not
realistic. How the fuck do you do Bane in a movie?
What do you mean? Bane's character is so badass.
Yeah, but how do you make?
Who knows?
You can't have someone look like Bane, bro.
Like, no, that's not what I'm saying.
Batista.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You could have had him look the way he does in the Tom Hardy version. I'm talking about the character, his origin. That is shit. Yeah. That's shit. Bane's character is fucking badass, dude. They destroyed his character in that movie.
I thought they wrote him in very well.
Well, they destroyed his character in that
movie. For what
they
had with the script, they did all right.
Yeah, but it just wasn't Bane. Right. It's not Bane.
Dude, but
it isn't Bane.
See, that's your fucking bias, though, man.
No, it's me knowing the character.
What I'm saying is his character in that trilogy is like beautiful, man. Like the relevance.
Tom Hardy's
the
acting
full circle shit.
And that's true.
That's just the way it was written.
Well, yeah, sure, but
it wasn't Bane.
No, that's
it was a great character.
I got what you're saying. And obviously, I told you I love Tom Hardy's performance.
Yeah,
but that movie was not.
That was one of the reasons.
Bane's origin.
No, it wasn't. And
nothing in those fucking movies were that accurate.
Honestly. Except for the League of Shadows.
Yeah, some shit in there. Well, but I'm just talking about as far as for what makes Bane so cool of a character is his origin story. It kind of makes him who he is. Yeah. So like you can do it again, man. I mean, it just wasn't done.
I guess you're right.
No,
you could do Bane. You could do a Joker again
because they've never done Bane like historically accurate. Like even the old Bane
that they had,
Joker, the old one. They had him look like the Bane kind of from like the comics, but he wasn't like that.
Doing Joker again would be strange.
Doing Joker again would be suicide.
Yeah. No, I don't agree.
I do.
I don't.
Dude, Heath Ledger's it's untouchable.
Joaquin Phoenix's Joker was, really, really, really good.
Yeah, but that was a different.
Still the fucking same character.
Yeah. But don't get so Joaquin Phoenix is like a meta commentary.
It just wasn't a superhero movie.
Yeah, but it's a meta commentary on Joker. And even the way they wrote that, I don't know if you know this, but there's discrepancy purposely written into that movie on whether or not anything even fucking happened. Like it was all in his head, probably.
You could do that.
Yeah, well, this guy wasn't even Joker.
Can I just make a statement on the Joker, the whole thing, real quick? In my opinion, you can't have. Maybe you can have a Batman film without the Joker, but you can't have a series of like a trilogy of films and not include the Joker.
He's
already been cast.
This is a unhinged type of Batman. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you can.
Type of Batman.
Wait, explain to me why you can't.
How do you go?
Because he's Batman's main villain. That's why you can't.
The relationship those two have.
Dude, I would have to signal what Drew said earlier. Batman has too many villains.
I know he does.
It doesn't matter. The villain. All right, here's the thing. I know.
They're very well written.
I know Joker's the iconic Batman villain. I know he's his big guy. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, guys. Here's the thing, though.
I think you'd be better off revisiting Freeze, bro.
Yeah, Freeze is a tough one because
I want that too. So does Robert Pattinson. He wants Freeze and Court of Owls.
Freeze is just.
I just think it's better to revisit than Joker because, dude, you're gonna do an unhinged Joker again.
I do agree.
If you're gonna do an unhinged Joker again, it's never gonna be as good.
But here's what I say about the villain thing.
Never gonna be.
Villain thing is though, the villain is what you make, and you can almost take some of the least thought about Batman villains and write them into some of the greatest villains ever.
Right.
So,
You could
I
do a
don't
good
want to
Croc,
hear that you have to use
You
the
could
Joker.
do a good Crocodile.
You don't have to
if you
use.
had to.
You really could. I don't want to hear that you have to use a Joker.
I'm
You
not
can make a
saying
trilogy.
have to,
I don't even like
You
Crocodile's
can make a
not
trilogy
my
with the
favorite
Joker
Batman
never
villain,
even
but,
being
like,
Killer
mentioned.
Croc?
With
He's good, but, like, he's kinda cheesy.
With Gotham and not just Gotham, but Batman storyline and universe being so vast, you can make a whole trilogy without even mentioning the Joker. Without even mentioning him once.
He's my favorite.
You can allude to him being in Arkham or something.
I just think because
and then
He's my favorite, but
yeah, he's the most iconic.
But
you
my
can
thing
allude
is,
to
I
him
think
being
the
locked
Joker-
up and just work
The
around
Joker
it.
just plays a huge part in who Batman is.
Sure.
That
But you
have to not necessarily have him be the main villain of anything, but have that scene.
well, the
of-
Riddler has a lot of Joker characteristics to him.
In this one, he kind of does.
Well, in the comic books too, man.
He
He's
does.
kind of
Yeah.
a crazy fuck. Like,
He
that likes
Yeah.
fucking with Batman.
And can I talk about that?
Most of these guys are crazy fucks.
Yeah,
that
but
like
just
fucking with
his
Batman.
his like mind games with Batman.
Yeah, his are purely just to fuck with Batman.
Yeah.
Like the Joker is
for
purely
sure.
just to fuck with Batman.
Yeah. I mean, the Joker has more of an agenda.
Not really. It's just a fuck with
Well,
Batman.
Yeah.
like he has. He's more like motivated, like outside of this guy. Like the Riddler is like terrorizing Batman. Like Joker is terrorizing the
Riddler's
city.
not
That's
necessarily
true.
terrorizing Batman. He's terrorizing the city.
I guess I haven't seen.
Well,
it.
Especially this
Again,
one.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is New 52.
Remind the people I have not seen. it.
This is New 52 Riddler.
Paul Dano was amazing.
So,
That
yeah.
creepy
Paul Dano's a
looking-
great fucking actor.
He's a creepy looking fuck, but he can act.
He was. No,
all right,
he was the
all right,
Riddler
all right.
in-
Yeah,
in
great
Arkham.
segue. Thank you, Kev. Thank you for that. Great segue. Let's get into act.
I do what I can.
Let's get into acting.
I'm gonna run
The
the
acting in this movie was phenomenal.
Superb.
Phenomenal. Colin
Top
Farrell as Penguin
He
was
stole
standout
the
for me.
show. Stole
Was
the
standout
show.
for me. Guy was phenomenal. And like
You couldn't
Hey.
as
say-
much as I think I would almost appreciate this movie as a standalone without a sequel, we talked about this a little bit earlier. He is one of the things I'm looking forward to most in a sequel.
Well, he's getting a show.
As Penguin?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
On HBO.
That's amazing.
And I heard this film will be on HBO in 50 days.
HBO Max?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, dude, he was a standout for me. But what's his name? The guy that played Riddler,
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano was phenomenal as well.
He was so good.
Robert Pattinson was phenomenal.
Zoe
Kravitz, I thought, all right,
I
her
liked
just
her.
as Selena Kyle, she might be the best, Selena Kyle.
She reminded me a lot of
Yeah,
Halle Berry.
and Anne Hathaway's not a bad actress by any means.
No.
But this is the best Catwoman I've
this
seen.
is Catwoman.
This by far, and I'm gonna get to that later when I do my real comparisons to the other Dark Knights because he was right about a few of those. But she stole that because like
100%.
Catwoman damn near had her own plot in a movie. Like
She
it
really
wasn't
did.
she
Her
wasn't a
whole-
side character.
She had a purpose.
She
That
was not a
entire
side
film.
character. She had her own B movie going on, and it was great.
And
Like
it was- Well, Matt Reeves said this film wasn't an origin film for Batman by any means. It was an origin for members of the Rogues Gallery,
okay,
which is
Which is dope, yeah.
Catwoman, Penguin, Riddler, all these people that don't have powers,
yeah, you can see
but
that.
are just thorns in his side.
That's dope. No, you can see that too.
Mhm.
They played that kind of well. I loved, I just love the interaction. Like, because it's a Penguin origin, really, because you see Penguin
he's not
working
yet-
under Falcone.
He's not yet at the Iceberg Lounge. He's not. Well, he is there, but he's
But
not running it.
he's a muscle man
He's
right
working-
now.
Yeah, he's the muscle for
Yeah.
Carmine.
And at the
Falcone.
end of the movie, you see him turn like,
like, yeah, this
Yeah.
is my city now.
yeah,
That's trying to be the very best over there, dude.
yeah. Sometimes you
That
got
no
it.
one ever was.
All right,
Hey,
but
man,
yeah.
That was his
Can
real
we get a
test.
Bolski?
Any other? I'm trying to think of the other standout performances.
John Turturro, Carmine Falcone. We
Oh yeah, we said
touched
that
on
already. We said that a little bit earlier, but yeah, we should say it again. He was
Yeah,
tremendous.
phenomenal.
He was fantastic. Everybody really in it was pretty fantastic.
And I like how.
All right, so let me. This has to be said. All right, this is gonna be another. This is gonna go
Is this
right
a
back to the
praise?
beginning. No, this is a praise.
Okay.
But I would not praise this anywhere else. First of all, this should never work in a movie, goddamn ever. But it works because this comes with nailing an aesthetic. And I have to keep coming back to that point because I think, as much as I love about this movie,
This movie
that's gonna
was
be
all aesthetic.
that's gonna be the
That's what it
thing
was.
that I love the most is that. Well, most movies are, but just because you have an aesthetic don't mean you hit, the
Right.
points you're trying to hit.
Right.
Like this shit nailed the aesthetic it was going for. But
In
like,
every aspect.
okay, so Gordon, Professor Gordon spoke
Professor
or
Gordon?
Professor Gordon,
It's Lieutenant Gordon.
Commissioner.
It's
What?
Lieutenant in this
Oh
one.
yeah, he's not even commissioner yet.
Not even commissioner.
Yeah, Lieutenant Gordon. But he spoke in like this Lethal Weapon, almost 80s Murtaugh voice the whole movie. I don't know why. It was very forced.
Like a smoking gun type.
Yeah, it was very forced. It was very like
fucking Gary Oldman.
No, it was like, yeah.
I love Gary.
You're not supposed to be here, man. He's like, ma'am, this is not the place for you to be. Like this very forced Murtaugh voice. I did a bad one there, but it was like that. But like, God Christ, was it fucking perfect? Did it fit the aesthetic perfect, bro? Because you just have him coming in dark rooms and just raspy voice, just like, I don't know, Batman. They don't really want you here. Like it was, dude, it's wild. Like I don't think I would ever praise that any other time, but yeah, it was like, I don't know how that voice nailed was perfectly aesthetic. I remember talking to my sister, I'm like, why is he talking like that? The first time I heard it, dude, it grows on you instantly and it just belongs in the movie. Like, I don't know, like I almost like look forward to him talking.
That whole scene with him and Batman in the cage at the police station.
Jesus Christ, dude. Why did he punch him so fucking hard, bro?
He even said,
holy hell.
Man, you could have pulled that punch.
I did. Jesus Christ, dude. Why the fuck?
He rocked it.
Dude, all right, so right before they were talking and he's like, you could have pulled it, I was looking at my sister like, why did he hit him so hard, bro? Like, geez, yo, throughout the movie, we talked about this earlier too, just the combat, they made it more of a realistic to a guy in a fucking suit fighting people than like some well-trained, martial arts master. He's more of just a guy.
See, that kind of pisses me off.
No, he's good at fighting.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Bro,
like, shouldn't he be a well-trained martial arts master?
Not yet, really. I mean,
superhero.
Why?
He's a superhero, bro.
No, he's not. Batman's a nigga in a suit.
Yeah.
He is not a super. He ain't super anything, B.
No, what I'm saying is like,
hold on. Time out. I'm sick of that stigma. Batman ain't a superhero.
He's not.
He's a fucking vigilante.
Yeah, he's not a superhero, bro.
He is the vigilante.
He is a regular dude in a costume.
He's also the leader of the Justice League.
Really? He's a rich guy with a death wish.
He's the leader of the Justice League, bro.
He's not the leader of the Justice
Is
League.
he?
In charge?
Hell no. You think Superman ain't the real leader of the Justice League?
Batman plans everything, bro.
Hold on.
Yeah, Batman is the smartest guy.
No, who's the leader?
He tells everyone what to do.
Who's
Superman
the leader
does.
of the Avengers?
Batman goes along with it.
Who's the leader of the Avengers?
Yeah, Tony Stark, except he's a fucking...
Yeah,
a
but
billionaire rich.
but Tony Stark. No, Tony Stark is a superhero.
He's a
Tony
nano
Stark's
suit. Bro.
Tony Stark's suit will blow you to high fuck.
That's true.
Batman is a regular motherfucker in a suit.
Yeah.
That's true.
With metal rings that
what I'm
he
saying
can
is
throw
like,
at you. Like, what are you saying?
He should be. I
He
think
can
he
throw
should
hands.
be. I
Not
think
there yet.
it's
Not
unrealistic to have him not be an insanely talented martial artist.
Nah, he can throw hands, bro. But like,
He needs to be able to throw the best hands ever.
But even him throwing the best hand, Superman would break his chest cavity.
Exactly, but like
who cares?
he needs to be the GOAT, is what I'm saying. Like he has to.
Bruh, he's a regular.
It's Batman.
But
bro.
even as a best martial artist in the world, GOAT martial arts status, you still a nigga in a suit. At the end of the day, you still just have martial artists in a bat suit.
I understand that. I know.
You a martial
Which is why you should be the GOAT.
You a GOAT martial artist in a bat suit, bro.
Yeah.
You're not really doing nothing. Like,
well, you're fucking any average person. That's Batman. He should.
No, he still was. He still was fucking.
What I'm saying is
like,
just being like, oh, Alfred taught him how to fight. I feel like it's a little bit.
And don't get me wrong. If I didn't tell you that, you might not even pick that lineup. It was a throwaway.
Well,
line.
that's the type of shit that I look for.
Okay, yeah. I just look at writing. I just writing. I pay attention.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
It was a throwaway line.
Exactly.
So it wasn't something that they like.
But it's
harped
like
on.
that's
something they harped on.
That's what. That's my complaint.
But no,
it's
well,
like,
true. But also, maybe I think a thing would be like the less they talk.
It's not that big a deal.
Right.
It's really like.
But no, I'm kind of with you on it. But the less they talked about like how he got his fighting prowess.
If you're gonna just throw that out there,
right?
I don't really mention it.
Yeah, I think it was kind of like
a good idea.
Let you infer like, oh, maybe he did have training.
Yeah,
who knows?
But you should know. That's like
right. Who knows?
That's why I like Batman Begins.
He did still have hands though. Don't get me twisted. He had hands.
They established like this dude is a
do not get me twisted.
Well trained.
This
possibly fucking.
First of all, I go as far as saying this Batman damn near had more hands than Christian Bale.
Oh,
right.
This one.
That's what I thought when I saw the trailer.
This one had hands.
Right.
It wasn't like.
No, I get it. Don't get me wrong. I understand.
Looking,
it's just like
it was like, yo, come here. Bro.
I'm a nitpicky type of guy, so it's I want the explanation.
It was like some grungy like fighting shit.
No, I've seen that. The trailer, the fight scenes,
breaking arms and shit.
It's fucking awesome, man.
It's dope, dude.
It's so cool.
It's dope.
Like him crashing through the ceiling at the end.
Oh my god, bro!
I'm a sucker for a good origin. You know, like.
You
don't have to do it in the movie. Just reference it.
I'm tired of
No, I'm not saying.
That's
They
why.
referenced the origin. They referenced.
No, I'm saying like
a lot
with
of
his
it
fighting
is-
skills.
That's kind of why.
It's really like a nitpick.
I mean, that's kind of why.
I'm not like.
It's kind of why I enjoy.
I'm not gonna go into this movie being like, "Oh, this sucks" because they didn't give him a fucking good enough explanation.
Well, that's
of his fighting skills.
I have friends like that though. Who are like, no origin, no movie.
Yeah,
but
that's
no.
stupid.
But like Spider-Man, look
Homecoming.
At look
That's
at
why I liked
Homecoming.
Homecoming so much.
It wasn't an origin.
Well, to be fair, you can't really consider Spider-Man 1 for MCU Civil War because that would have been more.
Even
But
then,
also,
it wasn't
Spider-Man
an
doesn't
origin.
really need the level of
But it
training
wasn't
that
an
like a
origin.
guy like
Right.
Batman would.
But
Because he's a
it was.
fucking-
I
So
mean,
really, didn't see Uncle Ben die.
no, you don't have the whole origin story, but they do talk about how he got his powers.
They talk about his parents dying, the sins of the
I
father.
think that from what it sounds, I think they did a better job of it explaining Spider-Man's origins in that movie. But it's easier with Spider-Man because he's a superhuman. So it's like, of course, this guy's a fucking freak. He can lift a tank.
Yeah.
Right.
What else?
I'm really like I'm throwing in.
I want to say there is a distinct difference between him being Batman and him actually being what he called himself when he said "I'm vengeance." Like there's a difference in his rage.
Yeah,
Like
but
when he's just fighting you to get out of a situation.
yeah,
is
but
when
that's
he's really trying to beat the shit out of you.
but that's the arc of the movie, though, right?
Right.
Him realizing that vengeance isn't the thing he wants to be, right?
Right. He needs to be a symbol of hope for that.
So, and that's kind of the unfortunate part when I say I kind of almost wish this was a standalone and not
I
going to get
agree
sequels
and disagree with
because
you because of how
the
good
more
it
it's going
was.
to turn into it's still good, but another Batman movie as opposed to
Right.
something entirely different in its own.
Mhm.
Because the more he's going to become
I-
Batman, the superhero,
I can agree
and
and
not
say if this
vengeance.
if this was a standalone, I would be content just as well as I am with there being two more.
Yeah, I'm going to be happy to watch the others too. 'Cause
Right.
they're going to be good. Going to be great.
Right.
But
as long as Matt Reeves directs all three,
Reeves
and
and
the
then
studio
same,
doesn't fuck with them too much.
and I say same cast. Same cast would be
We
good.
have to.
Yeah, did you have any other points you wanted to get to
The Joker
in particular?
scenes. I want to go back
Before,
to
because
the
there's a few scenes in particular I want to get to.
Oh, get to it. I want
All right, so obviously the Batmobile scene is fucking just iconic, dude.
Oh my god.
This shit is like, dude, goosebumps.
I
Like, fucking,
felt the rumble of that
Oh my
car
God.
starting up in my seat.
and you knew it was coming because it was in the trailer. When he's walking towards the car, he's like, "Come with Vengeance!" Penguin's just shooting at the car. He's like, "Come on,
You
Vengeance!"
think you can take my money?
Yeah, dude, that shit's dope. And then you just see he's gone. You just, poof, you just hear that fucking
And then
engine
you hear
kick
the-
on. Oh man, that shit is so badass.
And then when
They're
that thing
driving-
goes through the pillar,
They're
or
driving
whatever
through
it was,
fucking traffic, going the wrong direction, just weaving through. That shit's nuts, dude. Just very great, high intense. One of the things you just really need to be at the cinema.
And can I tell
I mean, you can enjoy it at home,
that
but
scene had my favorite shot in the whole movie.
the
in
flames.
The whole movie. Not the flames, but when you're seeing him walking upside down from Penguin's
Dude,
perspective.
badass.
That was the greatest shot.
But it was beautiful. But that's another time where they used menacing and just that suspense.
And that theme.
That
the
theme and
dun, dun,
you hear his boots. You hear the
and you see him just walking slowly. And then he bends down and gets in the car.
yeah, dude, that shit was dope.
That was the most methodical walk and just like
Yeah, man.
terrorizing.
Where it's almost like, who's the villain here? Is he the villain? Like
Right.
that's they use like fear.
like, is Penguin in danger?
yeah,
right now?
right. They used fear, man, and it was like he's fear. Like, dude, that shit was dope, man. It was a very clever use of just the character, man, and just they hit the aesthetic perfect, man.
What's your next scene?
What scene in particular did I want to talk about? I think I kind of touched on it with like just how they were setting up with my nitpicks. Certainly, there were scenes where like people definitely should have been noticed. Like I just thought that was really strange.
Like my one was the funeral scene when the car's coming through. Is Bruce the only one that looked up to see the Riddler standing there?
Right. Yeah. Right.
No one saw that.
Right. Yeah. He looks at him, kind of like make straight
There
eye
was
contact.
cops everywhere. in
Yeah,
that
and the
building.
Riddler
There was none up there.
didn't. The Riddler didn't run. He stood
He
there.
stood there and watched the whole thing.
Strange. Wildly strange. Yeah, I didn't get that one either. Yeah, I forgot about that, man. That was really weird.
That was so weird.
Um,
I do like the fact.
All right,
okay,
so-
so here's a little Easter egg. The DA's dead. He was the guy that was in the car with the thing
Right.
in his hand. Does that open the door for Harvey Dent?
all right, so to be fair with you, before they started the end scene, that was going to be my next scene, the end scene, when they teased Joker or whatever, which was disappointing.
I liked it. But
No,
I
it was
liked the other
disappointing.
scene that I heard.
But that was like the most disappointing part of the movie, which is crazy. Just because you didn't have to do it.
No,
Felt
you
forced.
didn't.
It wasn't like it was bad. It was forced.
I would have liked it to be a little bit more subtle.
Super forced. Yeah, super
like a
forced.
little more subtle. Like how they did it at the end of Batman Begins with the Joker card. That's all you saw. I liked that.
But you didn't even need it in this movie. It was super forced. You knew more was coming, man. You knew what was coming. You could have just had the Riddler be with a monologue or something at the end with just, I'm not the first, you know.
Right.
You know, I'm not going to be the only, something like that. It would
And
have been
they made
enough.
it seem like with
Would have
that
been
being
enough.
the Joker in the jail cell that Batman's already
But
encountered him.
what I was about to
But
say
he's not
was
quite
when
the
they
Joker.
first started showing the character, me not being able to see a full shot of his face, which they did on purpose, obviously, because nobody's cast. But you probably...
He is.
Oh, is he cast already? I didn't know if he was cast.
Did you watch Eternals?
I did, yeah.
The guy that played Druid.
Okay, is that him?
Barry Keegan, yeah.
Okay.
Or Keoghan,
But I thought
however
maybe
say it.
they were trying to do a Two-Face, a Harvey Dent, because you couldn't see
That's
his
what I
face.
thought also while
You
watching
could only
the
see one
scene.
side of his face. I'm like,
And the way he was talking,
but then,
you could see both his eyes, and this one that was closer to the screen looked wider.
but then he started talking, and he obviously
He talked about
then,
clowns.
yeah, it's getting corny because you know he
Talked about, and then the laugh, obviously.
yeah, come on, man, that shit I could have done without, but
But he seems like a younger,
That was gonna
really
be the next
young
scene.
Joker too. Seems young.
yeah,
He sounds young.
well, Batman's young in this,
Yeah, which would make sense.
not that much older. He's older, but not that much.
Right.
Yeah, this dude looks young as fuck.
But yeah, I'm looking forward
But
to
can
it.
you? I can kind of see him being a Joker.
No, I'm sure it'll be good, and I'm sure
Yeah,
it'll be
obviously
good
they're gonna have
performance.
what's the word for him? Prosthetics on him, makeup and shit.
Yeah, of course.
Because I want, if we're gonna get another Joker, I want a comic booky looking one.
Yeah,
With the longer head, the green hair
Some-
to the back, the
yeah.
purple suit,
full paint.
like wide smile.
Yeah, thick white paint. You know.
Yeah, I want that.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna give it back to us, give us more Harley Quinn. Or not.
Not in this movie.
Not
Not in this movie. Harley Quinn's great. I mean, shit.
Suicide Squad was great.
Suicide Squad 2 was
Yeah,
not
not the
amazing,
first
but
one.
that's too strong of words. But it was
just good for
it was
what it
good.
was.
It was good, man. It was good. I really enjoyed it. I talked about it on podcast. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Went to the theaters to see it.
Did you?
Suicide Squad 2 was
Nice.
thoroughly enjoyed that movie. But yeah, I don't know, man. What else do you want to talk about? Is anything else? There's so much we can talk about on this movie.
Really? So I did hear that someone asked Robert Pattinson what he would like to see in the sequels, and he alluded to Mr. Freeze and the Court of Owls.
Okay, Court of Owls would be amazing. Oh my
If
God.
we get a live action,
Court of Owls would be amazing. Dude, T, that's what I'm talking about.
I want
You know
Talon.
what? You know
I
what?
want to see Talon.
You don't have to have super popular villains.
No.
That would be I bet you could make one of the best Batman movies ever. The Court of Owls. That would fit this aesthetic perfectly.
100%.
With the darkness and just mysteriousness of it. You could have another mystery.
And then,
That should be next.
You know what you could do
Did
for the
Robert
third
Pattinson
movie?
said that?
Yeah. That he would like to see
Wow.
Court of Owls.
Didn't know he would even know that. Wow.
Right?
Good for
he
him.
He did his homework.
Good for him.
Boy did his homework.
Good for him, man. Hell yeah.
Like Court
That's
of
what I want
Owls-
to hear from my
Court of
Batman.
Owls was explored a little bit. Well, actually, not a little bit, a lot in Gotham.
Oh, is it?
show.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, there's a whole
I never watched
Court of
Gotham.
Owls running. Like, you find Gordon gets recruited into it.
Even the movie they did with the Court of Owls is dope, man. That shit was the animated movie. That shit was dope. All right, so here's the thing with Mr. Freeze. Let me just be real with you guys.
No Schwarzenegger.
Of course not. But we're not. No more. It's time for you to chill out.
The Iceman
we're good
coming.
We're good on those, bro. And dude, he's literally got a hockey stick and shit at one point.
The hockey team.
Oh,
fell.
good lord.
Tim Burton, bro.
Good lord.
Nah, that was Schumacher.
Wasn't that Tim Burton?
No, Tim Burton just did the
No,
first two.
that shit was fucking
Burton
disgraceful,
did
though.
the first two.
All right, but with the Mr. Freeze though, there's just no way around it. You really just run the risk of it's gonna be CGI to all hell. Just CGI to all hell. How else are you gonna do a guy that freezes people with a freeze gun?
Yeah.
Super CGI. It's just do we want it?
No.
I don't know. Stay away from it.
Yeah. Like,
Maybe in a
they've
TV
already-
show.
You've already developed this Batverse, if you will, to be a very grounded world and more of a realistic type vibe.
You couldn't do freeze in this dark. You could, but it would just ruin it.
I think it would.
You'd see all the CGI and just be like, this is corny now.
But I did like another Easter
They could
egg.
probably do
With,
it pretty well.
you know what my favorite Easter egg was?
If I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe.
It's in everything he does is CGI.
Yeah.
Can I
You know,
tell
it's like he's not going to ever not be CGI.
He
Yeah.
can't not be.
It's this whole thing.
Like maybe
it's just gonna be like
maybe his
No,
suit,
no, I know, but like
to the train.
no, you
high.
can do the suit.
his suit can be
Mostly
practical,
on
but as
CGI.
far as his gun goes, that's gonna be CGI.
Every
Then
attack the guy
then you
does.
want it in a movie versus a TV show.
Well, a TV show you could just be like,
Yeah, but you
something
got more
episode.
It's
money.
gonna look okay in the movie.
Right.
It's gonna look shitty in the TV show.
He's
I
got a
guess.
point.
Well, not with their
Budget.
budgets. They got big budgets.
I mean, HBO. Look at HBO's budgets and look at
Yeah.
everything they've produced.
Yeah, they don't. It
Peacemaker was
doesn't look
called-
as good as fucking Avengers. Like,
Game of Thrones doesn't look as good as Avengers.
well, no,
Game of Thrones
no,
is
they're
beautiful.
superhero shows.
Well, yeah, that's true. I guess
Granted,
Game of
we've only
Thrones is the
had-
biggest budget TV show of all time.
it's just still HBO.
Yeah, it had the audience.
Can
Yeah.
Can I bring up one last?
You're right, bigger than that, but
One
no
last
one's ever
Easter
watched
egg?
a show like people watch Game of Thrones.
No.
that's true.
One last Easter egg.
Yeah, of
What
course.
was the name of the city that Catwoman's headed to?
Where'd she say she was going?
Bloodhaven.
Oh yeah, did she say that?
Yeah.
I know. They actually teased. That was actually. I'm glad you brought that up. They teased a few things actually. What was it? They teased. There was another city they teased. It was. I did because I forgot what it was. I want to say there was another throwaway line where they teased somewhere else in within the DC universe.
Oh,
and I
they
forgot.
teased Hush.
Was well, they didn't tease
Yes,
Hush.
they fucking
They didn't
did.
tease Hush.
Yes, they did.
Hush is damn near the. This
No,
I'd say
okay.
this Riddler was a mix.
No. Yes, but look, when they arrested the Riddler at the diner, in his wallet, his two IDs, one was Edward Elliot.
Was it? I didn't even
But-
catch it when it was on screen.
Thomas Elliot is the name.
Right,
Of
but
Hush. But then when the Riddler was playing his package, exposing the Waynes, one of them was a picture and said Hush over it.
you could have argued this was a mix between
This was
New 52 Riddler and Hush.
This is a mix of New 52 Riddler, The Long Halloween, and Hush.
Yeah, because like he was pretty Hush in this movie,
It was very Hush.
dude. Oh man,
What's Hush?
Hush is the Riddler.
Watch Batman Hush.
Yeah.
Just watch
Just
it.
watch it. Yeah, what
I'm
I
not, we
said.
can't
The
tell
Riddler's
you.
alter ego?
No,
Just watch it.
No.
That's all I can say.
man. God, we've been going for a while, man. But this was such a great film.
Great though, and one of my final points on this, as far as, are we comparing?
Are you ready to get to that now?
I'm ready to get to that.
All right, we can get to the comparisons with as far as the Dark Knight, obviously, because that would be the resident best Batman movie, and still the best Batman
Here's
movie.
what I will say: Robert Pattinson is my Batman now. I like him. As far as the Dark Knight goes, the only thing that to me makes that movie still better than this is Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker.
About Gary Oldman.
Okay, so all right,
Michael
here's
this is
that's not
the guy's
compared
Two-Face.
to the rest of the actors.
The way they
movie,
wrote Two-Face into that movie is fucking
beautiful,
amazing.
beautiful. But all right, so here's the thing.
Two-Face and Joker
Here's the
carried
thing.
that movie.
Here's the thing. This I'd be lying to you if I told you this movie's damn close as far as quality, as far as just content and quality. And Dark Knight's good, bro. This is right there with it as far as quality and content of a movie. But here's the thing.
Dark
The
Knight
only
also
way-
is my favorite opening
The only
sequence
way,
ever.
because Drew is correct
This
as far
opening
as
sequence is
Christian Bale is just a better actor than Robert Pattinson. There's not you're not going to change my mind.
no.
And
Yeah,
as,
the way he played.
as
Bruce
far
Wayne
as
is
you're just not going to change my mind on that. So as
When
far
he
as
was like billionaire
as-
playboy.
Agreed.
even though Robert Pattinson destroyed this role as Batman, yes, I'm going to go Christian Bale. That's just purely based on the fact that Christian Bale is a better actor. So I have to go with that. Yes, Heath Ledger's Joker is unrivaled. I mean, the guy was perfect, but
I think you said
the
that for every
villains,
character in
the
that
villains in this
Gary Oldman,
movie,
Michael Caine.
the villains in this movie are on that level.
Listen,
Are on
You
that
guys-
level of
Don't get me
Guys-
wrong,
acting.
Colin Farrell.
They're on that
Oscar.
level.
you guys are going to
Yes, they're on that level.
With me.
Hang on. Let me get this on. They're on that level of acting. So, like, if we're comparing, the only difference between, or the only way I would ever consider this movie over The Dark Knight ever would be the fact is if they committed and had this a standalone film. Because what you forget about The Dark Knight is you can't have it without Batman Begins. They get a lot of the exposition out, so you could just have a purely action-thrilled
Batman.
movie
Yeah.
for The Dark Knight.
Mhm.
You can't have it without Batman Begins. It is not a
That's
standalone
what, we were
movie.
talking about that the other week.
It is not a standalone
I'm
movie.
going to go home. I want to
Yeah, Batman
rewatch.
Begins was good.
I just didn't love it when it
We
came out
did.
'cause it was
Yeah,
slow.
I remember. But I remember we did talk about that.
And then in retrospect, it's
This
like one of my
movie,
favorite
this
films.
movie that they just made, The Batman, could be a standalone film.
Yeah, it's
stand
not
on
really-
its own 2 feet. And then I'd really have to consider which is better. Because that shit as a standalone
Can I-
film is fucking phenomenal.
Can I say this?
Word. Fuck it.
Man, with 100% confidence in my heart, I can say, in my opinion, Robert Pattinson is the best iteration of Batman. That's my opinion.
Cannot give you that one, sir.
I
can't give you. Obviously, it's your opinion. So what can I say?
Right.
But
I like it.
No, it's got to be. It's got to be Christian Bale. It's got to be. It's got to be.
They're right there, but I'm just giving Pattinson.
I think.
Just because I like the brutality of him.
I think he was great. Yeah, but I think it all just boils down to them just nailing this aesthetic of this movie. He was the right actor. He
for
did
this kind of Batman.
they nailed the aesthetic. For me to say he's the best one is wrong because he's not the best actor to do it.
Christian Bale and Robert Pattinson are amazing Batmans and the best Batmans in their own ways.
Christian Bale, I think, just really...
Is that a better way to put it? They're both the best in their own ways.
No, I think Christian Bale's just the best. I think he just purely from an acting perspective...
Just agree to disagree.
He just... it's too hard to... I don't know. Christian Bale's acting throughout all three.
I'm on Pattinson.
I don't know if I can even consider this an opinion, though. It's more back to me saying what I agreed with you earlier.
Yeah.
It's more of just a fact. Christian Bale's acting is...
Dude, Nolan's a cheat code. You're never going to get a guy like that doing a superhero movie.
Hell no.
Like, he's as respected as any director has ever fucking been.
Mm-hmm.
The Dark Knight is the standout of the three, though. Cause,
right, but
this shit is better.
Like,
this shit is better than Batman Begins and better than
like, you're never gonna have
The Dark Knight Rises combined.
You're never gonna have a director in a superhero movie with pull like Nolan has. The guys that he got, bro. Like, look at his movies. They're recurring people in his movies, and they're the greatest actors in the fucking world. Like Gary Oldman. Michael Caine, all these people, bro.
Matt Reeves did a really
good
job.
No, he did phenomenal.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm not saying there can't be fucking good.
I got nothing else.
I'm ready to give a rating.
You guys have been going on this for
I got
over
my
an hour.
rating set.
What do you got out of 10?
I got 9.79 out of 10.
Wow,
9.79.
Yeah, man, and I was going to go, that's crazy, we're that close. I was going to go 9.6.
Nice.
Right?
And for me, that is absurdly high for a movie.
Especially for you to give a DC film that.
No, I love DC, man.
I know, but lately...
Oh, but you're right, though. You're right, though. You're right. First of all, he's absolutely right. I've never given a DC film fucking anything above a 9.
Yeah.
Well, except for the Dark, but Dark Knight was out before I started, rating
Right.
Like movies.
I said, that's not even, it's cheating, bro. Like, Nolan's cheating.
The Dark Knight, for me, is a solid 10.
Yeah.
But this is a 9.6. And, well, actually, Dark Knight's out of 10. I don't know what a perfect film is. But a Dark Knight would, for me, be like a 9.8.
Yeah.
Like damn near perfect.
But that's what we're trying to say to you.
Nothing else is ever going to get that for me. But that is a 10. You feel me? Nothing else is going to get that high.
Yeah.
This is a 9.6 because just for that reason. This one, had they not confirmed they're going to do more of them, as a standalone, this might be a 9.8 for me, bro. It hit for a movie to set out to hit a certain aesthetic and nail it as perfectly as this movie did. Mm-hmm. I just have to give it the credit it deserves. It was fucking...
all of these the titles like the Joker, the Wolverine, the Batman, fire.
They've been kind of banging.
Fire.
Yeah, they've been kind of banging. But
I love centralized stories, but like.
Oh wait, no, Joker was just Joker. So was Wolverine was just.
Jeez,
Wolverine,
man. Yeah. So, I said my piece. You know,
I'm good.
As far as the sequels to come, I think you do run the risk of losing that aesthetic, because
I don't know.
It's up to Matt Reeves at that point.
It is, and I think judging by everything I've heard about what's to come, he's keeping the aesthetic what it is: dark, mysterious, noir.
Yeah, I hope so. I freaking hope so.
And it fit perfectly because they made Riddler kind of like a Zodiac killer, which was perfect.
Wow. All right, so we just went in on that review for a minute.
You guys were going for over an hour.
Jesus. But hey, man, it was a fucking... It was a fucking hell of a movie, and the movie was 3 hours. So that movie deserves a fucking a real breakdown of a review. We wanted to play some trivia today, though, didn't we?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking something up real quick.
No, that's all right. But all right, we can just talk about what's in future.
Oh my God.
What's in the future for DC? The next we got the Flash, right?
Flash with Michael Keaton bringing back what we all know and love is his version of the Bat.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I was
know,
looking up to see if there was
neither
a
here
sequel
nor there
to
on that.
Huh?
I'm neither here nor there on.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, you know.
I mean,
what are you talking about?
I'm
Michael Keaton coming back.
We have
Batgirl, yeah.
No,
he's in
the Flash movie too as well. But we just have the Flash movie coming up next for DC.
I thought Batgirl. He was like handing the.
He is.
That's after.
Batman,
but I think his first appearance is going to be in the Flash.
And the thing about Batgirl, listen, her suit does not look good to me. It looks very like homemade and just.
Is it gonna be a show or?
I think it's a movie. But I know Brendan Fraser is Firefly.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser's dope.
Okay. And someone leaked a video of them doing a scene of him flying over a car with some shit on him.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, all right.
Well, we got the Flash.
Yeah, her suit does.
Aquaman and
we got Aquaman 2.
Wait, is it Gal Gadot? No, okay.
We got Black Adam.
Black Adam
which is
coming out.
the one I'm most excited for.
That's me too as well, actually. The Rock.
That's been I said it on my first episode.
Usually, and I'm usually pretty vocal about me being the first to tell you just how tired I am of Rock movies. But Black Adam just seems like a good character for me. So I'm actually looking forward to
I'm happy to see him actually being a villain for once.
Yeah.
Or not a villain.
Well, like an anti-hero. Yeah, he's not really a villain.
He's like DC's Venom now.
But, I'm looking forward to that, actually. And you know what? Now that we have, Suicide Squad 2, we have Peacemaker, and we have, obviously, the Batman, I'm just starting to get good hope that DC maybe just turn it around.
One more thing I wanted to mention before I forget about it. So I told you about the Penguin series coming on HBO.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
They're also doing the Gotham PD series, which is with that Jim Gordon.
Oh, okay.
And
cool.
then Matt Reeves just announced a third one that's going to be centered on Arkham Asylum.
Sounds like they're trying to break off their own new DCEU within the DCEU because
Matt Reeves already called it the Batman.
But they have multiple universes, right? Yeah.
But like a show about Arkham Asylum, sign me up.
That'd be dope, man. Yeah.
Sign me up.
As long as the writing's good.
Show me the rogues.
As long as the writing's good. Hey, what if we
like those games?
What have we always said, right?
Those are the best.
What have we always said?
The Arkham games were, in my opinion, the gold standard of what superhero video games should be.
I mean, what have we always said?
I didn't like the one.
Arkham Knight.
One of them got really repetitive. I think it was City.
Arkham City. No, Arkham Knight because too much Batmobile shit.
Yeah.
One of them sucked. What have we always said, dude? DC has so many great stories to choose from. It's all going to come down to just writing. If you can write the right stories, and make them, good. They give them the writing they deserve.
Agreed.
DC's always going to thrive. Yeah. They have too many good stories.
I'm confident for where DC's going.
I think it was Arkham.
Me too.
Arkham City or one of them had the most meta, hilarious NPC interaction I've ever seen in a video game. You should look it up if you're listening. It's
Catwoman and Batman.
No, it's two just like goons talking, and they're like, what if everything's a simulation? Like, what if we're being dictated or something like that? And then they're like, I would need some proof if that was going to happen.
Can you still find that in the game if you
Batman just shows up behind me or something like that? Or I just turn around and I see it the video that's super popular is the dude that's playing the game slowly is walking up on these guys. He's like, I'm going to turn around and see Batman.
I wonder if that's still possible to do because I still have
Arkham
City on my Xbox.
Yeah, it's in the game. I don't think I remember experiencing that when I played through the game, but it's in there. If you just look it up on YouTube, it's fire. It's funny.
Let's see what's in store here. We decided to do some DC trivia. Obviously,
hold on.
We got Kev in the house. We're all playing together. We just go for 10 questions. We'll all just play it.
See this shit, man.
Yeah. Oh, screen recording, right?
I am.
You read the questions.
Yeah, but we don't need to see it so much.
If you read the questions,
we'll play together. Yeah. This will be the first team effort. See if we get all 10.
This is we have a time limit.
All right.
Or what?
Let's just do it. Let's do it.
It's out of 10, right?
Let's see. What is the name of the city Nightwing protects? Central City, Bloodhaven. It's
the second one, yeah.
That's good. We talked about that.
Trying to break away from Batman. Oh wait, that's just a cool little snippet. All right. Dr. Midnight was the victim of an explosion which cost him his sight. He later realized that in the dark he could see perfectly. What was his real name? Dr. Henry McCoy, Dr. Doolittle, Dr. Charles McNider.
Well, do you know? I don't know.
It's McCoy or McNider.
Yeah, obviously
McNider.
Just process a little.
McNider.
Nider? Ooh,
oh,
boy.
Solid.
Not for nothing, I guess.
Kyle,
yeah, I know that one.
Kyle wound up absorbing all the power Hal Jordan had stolen from the central power battery on, When his powers increased, he took on a new identity. What was his name? Bucky, Ion, Owen, or Eon?
Eon.
Nope.
No, it's Ion though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ion.
Oh, sorry. That's why I pronounce it Eon. But it's the Ion one.
All right. What was the name of mischievous interdimensional pests that would constantly pop up to irk Man of Steel? The Green Goblin, Mr. Mixtepic, Omar the Slacker, or Batmite?
Batmite.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe.
Ah!
Omar the Slacker, I want to say.
I'm going Mr. Mixtepic. I got
I was
it.
really hoping it was Batmite. Because they mentioned Batmite in
Oliver
Peacemaker.
Queen is a prolific ladies man.
Yeah. What?
Oliver Queen is a prolific ladies man. Which fellow crime fighter has he been romantically linked with? Diana Prince, Dina Lance.
Dinah Lance. Is that one?
Dinah Lance.
The Canary.
Nice. All right, let's see. I am the man who broke Batman. I was born and raised in prison. Who am I? The answer hasn't even popped up yet.
We didn't even need to hear the question. I'm the man who broke the bat.
The man who broke the bat.
That's a whole
killing joke.
To carry out the plot that forms the backbone of this story, the Joker purchases a rundown amusement park. How does he pay for the park? With an inheritance from an acquaintance, years gone by, with money diverted from the Wayne Enterprises via computer piracy. He doesn't. He murders the owners. Or with gold stolen from a shipment in Gotham Harbor.
Murders the owners.
Yeah, obviously the third one.
Yeah, he used Gotham's money.
What?
The Wayne's money.
I mean, the hacking thing, I think, was...
It was Kal-El's cousin.
Kal-El's cousin. Power Girl, Wonder Woman, Psycho Pirate, or Donna Troy.
Yeah, I don't know. It would either be the last...
It's not Donna Troy. Maybe.
Last two, I would think.
We lost that one.
Damn.
Power Girl?
Power Girl.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
Who also goes by the name of Pamela Isley.
Poison Ivy.
Talia. Oh, yeah. Oh. Pamela
You could do her again.
I like Zatanna. I love how Zatanna.
You could do her again in the movies.
There'd be some CGI there for sure, bro.
You can make that look well then.
It's plants, dude.
I think you could do the same exact thing with Freeze, man.
No, Freeze is tough.
Nah.
It's just one's water,
right.
one's earth.
Let's go.
I don't know. I can see them looking.
Next question. Jason J. Garrick wears a lightning bolt and a winged helmet to look like Roman god of Mercury, which is appropriate considering his power is super speed. What superhero code name?
Do we have to tell you?
Yeah, got it. Hey, let's look at the results.
Good.
We have, I don't know, bro. We got everything but one.
I thought we got two wrong.
Oh
no, you get two tries?
Oh no, we missed quite a few actually. We missed 3.
70%.
Oh, that's pretty tough though.
Yeah.
We got 70%. We passed.
70%.
Oh man.
Let's go, boys. All right.
I'll take it.
GG.
Yeah, Matt's gonna take off, man.
Let's see. Is there anything else that needs to be said today?
Well, obviously we'll get Jay back next week, and then we'll go from there. I don't know what I got coming on next week.
Who knows? So. Maybe I'll see you when I see you.
I'll try to watch the TV this week, maybe.
Yeah, if you want to go to the theaters to see, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
And obviously, maybe I'll be back for The Flash.
Oh yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen.
I don't know if I'm going to the theaters for Flash.
No.
They usually.
If that goes on, I'm going to wait on it.
It's a good rule of thumb to not go to the theaters for DC, but yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen soon too.
Yep, December. Or December, sorry. I don't know why I said December. That's
it's in like a couple weeks.
2 months. Or I thought it was like 2 months.
No, I think it's early. I think it's mid-March.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
all right, boys. I don't got anything.
We'll see you next week. We are
over 5,000 smiles. Let me get that
I was talking to my wife the other
check.